Good evening from Collinsville High School, the legendary Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. This is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball, postseason style. And good evening. Hi, I'm Jeff Wellman as we are in Collinsville High School here. It's the sectional final down here, and it's between the teams that have faced each other the last 3 years out of the 4. These guys were freshmen, the Quincy High guys, 3 years ago in that ball game. A great game right here on this floor, actually. Quincy High would come away with a win, 56-51, and would improve to 28-5 in that game. Talton, that's how far back we go. Jeremiah had 19 points. Longcore had 16, and Thomas had 13. We did not play the next year, and then last year, of course, we all remember that at the Pekin sectional, losing that ball game at the very end of the ball game, 44-43 after the dunk on that one. We'll put that one behind us right there. Well, here we are in the last season, and it comes down to the same two teams. Quincy High comes in 30-3 on the season. Normal Community Ironmen 28-6. And it should be a great matchup. The same faces, of course, on our side since that freshman year. These two teams have changed basically from our freshman year to last year to this year. And one face that has not changed throughout the last couple seasons, that's my color man, and that's Coach Pettit. And Coach, it's a great matchup. You can do all the scenarios you want. You can do the rubber game. You can say it all. But you'll hear it in Coach's interview here. It's really, this was just one bump on our journey to Assembly Hall, and it didn't matter who it was.
Well, yeah, you got to sit there and figure out. You got to beat the team in front of you, to go. And this is going to be a challenge for the Blue Devils tonight. You got Normal Community that, of their losses, Rocky, Sacred Heart Gifford, Bonzi Valley, Principia. The only bad loss I can see is Cardinal Ritter. And this team has won 15 of their last 17. So we're going to have to be at the top of our game tonight, doing what we do defensively, shut them down, because in their last 17 games, they've averaged 62 points a game. And the Blue Devils, when they're going to win, 10, 11, 12 points a game. So, this is going to be one of those games to where you need to, focus on the defensive end, make sure you're guarding people, and, if we do that, I think we'll be in good position.
Indeed, fan base is out there. They're packed. We'll talk more about that as the Blue Devil fans travel well. We always talk about that. And in the pregame show, we'll have Coach's comments up next. It's the Quincy High Blue Devils and the Ironmen from Normal Community right here in the sectional final. Where else? MeccaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at meccasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@meccasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/meccasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
And welcome back to the pregame show and the coach's comments, of course, powered by Kunis Honda, Kunis Hyundai, Faith Family, and Giving Back. With me, Andy Douglas, and we love this place. We can talk about the rubber game. You can do all these ifs, ands, or buts, but it really comes down to we set this game up one team at a time, and this was part of the way on our journey to get to Assembly Hall.
Yeah, no matter who it was, this is part of it. So we're excited to be here. Guys are excited to get going. We've had a couple really good practices. Focus has been there. Scouting report has been there. We know what we got to do to pull one out tonight.
And, of course, we go through everything, and Coach Pettit and I'll do a lot of that in the pregame, so we don't have to rehash that stuff. One of the things everybody will ask is, how's Cam doing?
He's doing great. We struggled a little bit. Obviously, that night, the next day was a struggle for him. He spent a lot of time, rehabbing it, getting things going, and then, miraculously came back yesterday and got him in a couple drills, and he looked great. So he's going to play. He's going to play a lot. He did anything and everything he could with the help of Duricky and Gary to get going. He did, and we're excited to have him back.
Normal graduated a lot of seniors last year, and of course, you look back at the game when we had them down here 3 years ago, and these guys were freshmen. We have our 3 guys out here. Of course, Talton was part of that team there and was a good one. They don't have a lot of the same bodies.
No, it's definitely different from 3 years ago, and honestly, it's different from last year's group that they had. So, while we like to say, well, we just got to get some get back on them, it's not necessarily the same team. We might have a lot of those pieces, but even with us, we're losing some as well. So it's a different game tonight, and our guys understand that. They're just another bump in the road on the way to where we want to go.
And as we talk about, it's what we do best, and we do look at other teams, but if you concentrate on what you do and you do it right, that's all it's about.
Yeah, no, we got to execute the way we're capable of. Obviously, it starts and revolves around what we do defensively, and hopefully we can do what we've done the last couple games and create a little offense from our defense. So we're ready to pressure them a little bit, see if we can get out and run a little bit, make their bigs run, for 4 quarters.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't say taking care of business.
Absolutely, man. That's what we got to do.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And that's Andy Douglas. His comments are brought to you by Kunis Honda, Kunis Hyundai, Faith Family, and Giving Back. When we return, the Quincy High Blue Devils, and it's the Ironmen of Normal Community sectional finals right here in Collinsville on mechasportsco.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Kunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
This stream is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecha Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit mechasportsco.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
And welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. Sectional final here, Wellman and Pettit. Pregame show, mechasportsco.com. And, Coach, look at some of these things out here tonight. Of course, catching up all my stats and updating stuff. Of course, Bradley's still in second place. He's got 1,909 points. Behind Keyshawn is back at 1,423.
Yeah.
Significant because Keith Douglas is at 1,425. So the first basket will tie Keith. A three-pointer will pass Keith up.
Sorry, Slick.
And he doesn't mind one bit. Keith probably says, that's fine with me. Let's win a game. And then Dom Clay is at 982. So 18 points tonight, Monday night, whatever combination. He'll join Keyshawn and Bradley in the 1,000-point club. And you've talked about it, having 3 seniors in the 1,000-point club.
Well,
pretty important stuff.
Yeah, 3,000-point players that have played from freshman to senior. It doesn't get any better.
Indeed. And, of course, Devils, good season here. We talk about Cam. Coach had mentioned that he came back out, started making some cuts and making lateral cuts too. And so it's really nice to see that he's back out here and ready to go.
We'll watch him as he goes.
And we can take
for
him
layups and so on and so forth.
Indeed. Of course, Quincy High, they're averaging 67.2 points a game. They give up 43.3. On the other side, the Ironmen are at 58.5, although as Coach said, they've been scoring more the last number of games. Giving up 47-8. They'll give more points up, and usually the Devils score more points. So, but when you come out and adjust each team, we talk about it a lot of times. That Collinsville Quincy High game last year for the championship of the Collinsville tournament, it really was one of those games where two teams could have got up and down, and they neutralized each other. And other than the big man, so it became a little bit different game than we anticipated.
Well, it's one of those things when you get to playoffs. You need to adjust, on, who wants to go high, who wants to go low, and that's one thing about the 81 team that I remember. They used to be able to adjust. I used to look at it and say, well, this game needs to be in the 70s. You know, this game needs to be in the 40s. And they used to be able to adjust just like the Bulls, you know. So, you know, this is one of the games where you need to adjust. They want to run down the floor, you know, but defense will slow it down, you know, and get the Devils good shots at the basket.
Indeed, that's a few shout-outs here. I had a Michael Murphy. We were talking about miles and seeing the QHS car, and, of course, yours on the website at times, and he said, wow, I wonder how many miles you guys travel. And, of course, I said, well, it'd be a great contest to have. Guess how many, you know, jelly beans are in the jar. So, also, hey, a shout-out to Bill Trine. He is here. He was here the other night with Ted Wolf. There is no Ted Wolf experience tonight. He did make the trip up last night to Bloomington to watch the Lady Raiders. By the way, thank you, Kathy Dooley. She took a nice picture and put on the Alumni Association in the post-game. Coach Douglas and I were talking, and we had Lepper's sign in front there. And
you said nice picture? That was a great picture.
Yes, indeed. So we put it back out there tonight, and I've got a new picture out there with a certain number on the board, which was pretty cool. But thank you very much, Kathy. Also, Coach Belt was out here. The Comets coach, had a chance to chat to him a little bit ahead of time, and so glad to see him. And our last shout-out before the game starts, the Joe and Danny Show. If you don't know them, you haven't tuned in to Moline basketball. They covered the Maroons. They were down, of course, we joined them after the game when they were here at the Quincy High Gymnasium, and they are listening to us tonight. So, Joe and Danny, howdy.
So they have a podcast or no?
Oh, I doubt that with this. And then also, when you talk about those guys, if it wouldn't be for Ken Jacoby and his wife, there wouldn't be a Joe and Danny Show. And I guess I better yell out to Greg Halbley as well, because he helped them with a lot of the programming. And, of course, Greg, we see him at the State Farm, and we also see him in Springfield so much. Well, everybody's starting to get up here, and I'm sure the announcements are coming as we are ready for basketball, folks. Glad you joined us on the Mecca Sports Co. pregame show. Should be a great game here between the Devils and the Ironmen.
A lot of blue in the crowd.
Actually, it is. In fact, only half the section down low the other night and behind our team. Behind our team's packed. The whole lower section, the opposite or the top on both are half full, and it's got people up there as well.
Featuring the normal Ironmen.
And with this, the national anthem, we'll take a quick timeout. Our starting lineups when it comes time are brought to you by Blessing Health, Blessing Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. We've got you covered from head to toe.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us, and when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at meccasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@meccasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/meccasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
And our national anthem. And it was funny, I got here so early, and of course, The athletic director, Clayton Smith, was checking out the anthem, was checking at the music out as well. And I was reminded of the holiday tournament. I believe we were here. The music didn't work, or the anthem didn't work. And we had somebody from the far side came all the way over and sang for us. And it was just awesome. Getting ready for the starting lineups now. The visiting team will be the Ironmen from Normal Community. They'll wear their road orange trimmed in black and white. Number 3, Andrew Nauer. One guard. The other guard, number 4, Jarrell Brown. Trey Burdett with the black headband and the haircut like Coach Pettit and myself. Number 21, Owen Osborne. And rounding out the starting lineup, their big man inside, number 42, Colby Walker. They're coached by Dave Witzig. 28-6 coming in on the season.
Well, and he's had a lot of good years, with, Normal Community. Well, second to state last year. The 2 keys, Burdett, against Rocky had 17. So, small dude like that getting this stuff, and then obviously the big kid, Walker. Those are 2 you got control tonight.
We also found out on a fun fact note, as Frank Cash and I were talking, Witzig's wife, Pam, was an art major at Culver Stockton College. So, and here we go for the Blue Devils. They'll be the home team, trimmed in blue, of course, white with the blue. Their lineup the way we've had it all season long, the seniors.
No
yes,
black,
Cam
no
Wires.
black, no black.
Cam Wires, number 5, exactly. He's 5'10". Bradley Longcore III, BL3. He wears number 12. He's 6'4". Dom Clay, number 14, 6'3". And I say all these guys look like they've grown throughout the year. Mark Louthan, number 20, 6'5", and rounding it out, Keyshawn Thomas, number 40 through 42 inside at 6'6". Of course, coached by Andy Douglas, Bruce Bonas, Jeff Obert, and Ryan Brown. And folks, time to put away the stuff except for the pencil and the book and the microphone. Glad you're all with us tonight.
I tell you what, Walker's a Central Michigan commit. Big boy in the middle, good looking ball player. He was good last year. He's given more
responsibility?
Well, playing time.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Me, playing time. And he's gotten a lot better. So, Keyshawn against, the big kid, I think it's going to be a good game.
Good matchup.
Good matchup.
I would expect so, Coach. And we are here, Wellman and Pettit. Blue Devils and the Ironmen in the center circle. Louthan in there, along with Walker. Tip goes up. The Ironmen win the tip, goes in the backcourt. Burdett has the ball. Man-to-man coming from the Blue Devils.
Well, you kind of thought that was going to happen.
Drops it inside Walker. Keyshawn does a good job. Oh, and a great job of getting contact on the ball, deflecting it. BL3 got the steal. In transition. BL3, top of the key. Through the legs to Keyshawn. He's behind the arc. Devils will reset.
Good patience by the Devils. Get down in transition offense, pulling it back out.
Cam at the point. To the right side, Dom. Back to the top, Keyshawn. Stretching Walker away from the basket, which is a good thing at times.
Well, yeah.
BL3.
Definitely.
Kicks it back out. Cam drives to the hole. Cam shuffles it off from the right side to the left. And a first foul of the ball game. You wonder, can Cam make the cuts to the basket? He did just that.
Yeah.
And then shuffled to the left side. Keyshawn went hard. He'll shoot the first free throws. First fouls go against the Ironmen from Normal Community.
I was kind of worried if he's going to be at 70, 80%. That looked like 90, 95 right there. But, all it takes is one little tweak, and then you're out of the ball game.
Well, I got a feeling the way his ankle, and he does have it taped up.
Well,
of course,
but
Dr.
still.
Durhickey and Gary Hackman were involved with that. I think Doc Norris stepped in a little bit, too, and through the voodoo that you do so well.
Well, I see on his left ankle, I don't know if that's the one that was hurt, but he's got like a brace on it.
2 free throws, nothing but net for Keyshawn. 2-0 Blue Devils in this one. Full court pressure being applied by the Blue Devils. Going to be a little man-to-man action. Picking the ball up will be Nar. BL3 has him. Pushes to the right side of the court. In the high post. As the ball gets passed off to the right side. Walker was going down to the low post. Osborne was up in the high post, but the offense was still 35 feet from the basket.
good pressure by the Blue Devils on the defensive end.
Brown goes to left side, brings it back to the middle. In traffic. He's got Dom playing there, and he also has Keyshawn. Foul on the other end, so we'll have one of the Blue Devils. Looks like it might be Dom. No, actually Keyshawn. Obviously his first. Head to the line will be Jarrell Brown. He'll shoot 2. So in the first minute, we're already on the free throw line. Devils got the first 2. Brown misses the first one. And we're wearing our TL 54s today. Looking good. Second shot up is good. 1 for 2 for Brown. Devils 2-1 with the lead. Pushing it up court. Trailer Louthan. Left side Clay. Down to the corner Keyshawn. Keyshawn starts to work against Walker. Into the middle. To Louthan in the corner on the right side, but down at his feet. Good job of picking the ball up and resetting the offense. BL3 getting a screen from Keyshawn. Around the screen. Pulls up. 15-footer. No good. Weak side rebound. Walker.
Good luck.
Devils immediately drop back on that. Getting back in the defensive mode. Walker to left side. Back to the top of the key. Brown with it. Brown being hounded out there by Clay. The little runny, 13-foot. Oh, soft. It touched all parts of the rim and stayed in. Normal Community up 3-2. Devils waste no time getting it down the court. In the right corner, Keyshawn's pulls for 3. Looked short right from the start. Didn't get an arch, but he also had to hurry because Walker was flashing out to that corner. Ironmen have the ball. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Walker on the block. Walker. Good, strong move. Walker drops 2 shoulders down. Personally, on that second shoulder, if I'm Keyshawn, I'm taking the hit and taking the charge. Because either way, they got a good shot on the board, and if Keyshawn falls and he goes in for the layup, it's going to be the same results. 5-2 normal.
You got to make sure it's a hard shot.
BL3 off the left side. Passes, got a double team on him. Passed up the shot, got it to Cam Wires. Wires on Osborne. Osborne knocks it out into the backcourt, almost. Cam grabs it. And we'll set it to the right side. Louthan, short corner. Keyshawn. Keyshawn's got Walker. Brings him out in the front. Spin, move. Good move off the glass. Keyshawn backed him in, stepped towards the front, back towards the strong side with a little hook. 5-4.
Well, and, Keyshawn at 6'6", against the 6'9" Walker. I keep going there.
Keeps with his spin moves there. Speaking of a spin move, out front. Brown misses it, loses it. Clay gets out with a steal. And as soon as he takes a step, he's tripped up. Brown will be whistled for the foul. It'll be his first, second foul going against Normal Community. It's so hard when we're down here not to say Collinsville when you've got all the purple over here and we're so used to being Collinsville. 5:01 left.
Thank you.
First quarter action. 5-4, Normal with the lead. Devils with the basketball.
Run to your sets, get a good look.
Cam uses the screen, hesitates, pulls up, left side, Clay. Clay with the ball back to the top of the key. BL3 through the legs. Right side, Keyshawn. Oh, Keyshawn makes a couple good moves with the right foot. I don't know if he moved that left foot after. I think that extra move is what got him to move his left foot before he put the ball down. That's the goes where you say, send it back out, get it back, whether it's a short corner or on the block.
Yep.
With the ball in the headband, Burdett. Guarding him is Cameron. Pushes him to the right side. Burdett takes it in. Left-hander. Burdett backed him up with about 6 feet away and then used his left hand to score. 7-4 Ironmen.
Well, Burdett had a very good game against Rocky, so you have to watch him.
Louthan in the left corner. Burdett guards him. Height advantage there, so if I'm Louthan, I go down in the block. Let's see if the Devils do that. Down to the block on the right side. Keyshawn.
Oh.
Keyshawn was going to the left corner, but he threw it right into Burdett's hands. Burdett, his 3, no good. Inside. Normal fights over the ball. Devils have it. Burdett comes in, almost steals it, and the Devils come away with it. Wires across the timeline. To the right side, Louthan. Down in the corner. The short corner, Keyshawn. And he went to pass it to Louthan just as Mark was cutting. He went down, he tripped, and Keyshawn threw the ball where he was, right over his head actually, and out of bounds, turnover.
This is going to be a battle all night. All night.
As anticipated, 3:44 left in the first quarter, 7-4 Normal. Little blackout out here. Of course, black is part of the Ironmen's colors. Off the left side, Nauer. BL3 guards him. Crossover dribble brings it to the right side, Burdett. Burdett still being guarded by Cameron. That's Wires. Backs him all the way out. Ooh, just about 6 inches from half court. Love to have one of those easy turnovers. Burdett starts driving. Great job there. In the middle of Burdett's dribbling, Cam got the ball between the ground and his hands. Jump ball. Devils get it back.
Good job on defensive end.
Louthan's getting the break. No, Louthan will stay in because Cam's getting the break. Milton Whitfield will stay in or come in then. I think Mark was so used to Whitfield coming in for him, not realizing that we're going to see how Cam goes. Now, you don't want Cam to be down too long, obviously, because you don't want him getting stiff.
Yeah.
Devils in a half-court set. 3:15 left first quarter action. Off the left side, Keyshawn behind the arc. All the way down to the right corner. Dom Clay brings it in, kicks it back out. Another miscommunication again. BL3 thought it was tipped as it was passed by. Otherwise, Bradley probably could have got to it. He was going to wait for it to go in the backcourt and get it. Instead, it's called over and back. I think in those cases, go get the ball.
Yeah. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Even if you trip or step on the line and become an over and back, if you're not sure, get the ball.
If you have any question, go get it.
Get the ball. Burdett kicks it in the left corner. Shot from the corner. And a three-pointer good from the left corner. And I think that was a sub that just came in. It was. Connor Smith with that three-pointer. He had just checked in when Whitfield checked in. 10-4 right now. Lead by the Ironmen. Left side three, no good. Whitfield missed. Ball was tipped around. Reaching up and had a hold of the ball was Caston. Chase Caston had checked in, number 23. And Devils are all reaching up together. The ball was tipped out, not out of bounds. It will be Ironmen. And here's a timeout with 2:35 left in the first quarter. 10-4. Now it's early, and we've been down early in ball games. We haven't really got ourselves early. One thing you don't want to do in these games, wasteful possessions, turnovers that are unforced. And early in this one, while we're trying to gather ourselves, we've done that a couple times.
Well, every possession's important. You know what I mean? It's one of those ones, defensively, offensively, you got to take care of the basketball because this is going to be one of those games that's going to get down to going back and forth, at the end. So, every possession is very important.
Back out of the timeout there. By the way, Ted Wolf, after missing it, he had to go to his grandson's game. And he said he hardly ever plays, but he got to score tonight. So congratulations. Coach Altmix had mentioned that we maybe don't have the Blue Devil basket, but I've got the basket in my screen right there. But thank you, Coach Altmix. Devils going there 1-2-2. Three-quarter court with Whitfield at the point. Clay and BL3 at half court. Rico Clay came in. He's in there with Keyshawn still. Good defense. Ball was almost thrown away. Walker picks it up for the Ironmen. Comes back to the right side. That's Nauer. Whitfield's on him. The runner. Oh, and a block shot. Oh, wow. Driving to the baseline. Whitfield blocked the shot. And I know I'm on the other end, but sure looked like a block on that one.
Well, a little bit of body there.
Whitfield, his first foul. Second foul against the Devils. At the line will be Nauer. He's got 2 shots. Oh, that one bounced around the entire rim.
In, out, and then went in.
They've had a couple of those ones, that soft touch of that soft basketball. One more, 2:14 left in the first quarter action. Is good. This one looked a little bit better. 2 for 2. Makes it a 12-4 game. It's a 7-point run right now by the Ironmen. In the half-court set, BL3 uses the screen of Keyshawn. Starts to go to the hole. Off the glass. Good shot by Keyshawn, or by BL3, with the body contact as well.
Well, that's what we need to do is get the ball down low, and or to Keyshawn, and then go from there.
Here's that three-quarter court again with Whitfield at the point. Brown has the basketball. Tries to pass across court, almost lost. BL3 hustled. Whitfield steals it. Whitfield goes in for the layup. No good. Tipped away. Tipped again by Dom Clay, but then tipped on the opposite side by BL3. So the second tip goes. Devils on a 4-point run, down 12-8.
Once again, taking the ball to the basket and offensive rebounding.
Good job at half court. Brown came across half court, And then he stopped right in the screen, or the double team, and the trap of Whitfield and BL3. Both our guys kept their hands up so well. It was a loose ball almost, and then everybody grabbed it at once. They'll call it jump ball. It will stay with the Ironmen, but there's your key. Defense to offense, deflection, steals, scores.
I mean, Whitfield, the way he's out there getting fingertips on the ball, that's what you need.
Burdett's back in the game. Whitfield has him. Passed into the left corner. That was Smith who hit the three-pointer there earlier. Whitfield will take Burdett all the way back to the Indian. The Purple Indian, as Coach calls it. Skips over left side. That's Nauer. Back on the top, that's Osborne. He's being guarded by Rico Clay Jr. Boy, the team is out there around 26 feet starting their offense. A lot of spaces, though. Devils think there was a call there. Goes in, Osborne, cut through the paint. Wow. It was a little disarray, but somehow Osborne made a cut to the basket, and he was open for easy two.
Disarray is better playing nicely.
Devils the other end. Dom Clay for a three-pointer off the left side. Check that, the right side. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road, 14-11. Normal with the lead, 24 seconds left in the quarter. Burdett pushes off a little on Clay, comes back to the top. Nauer says, I'm not taking the 28-footer. Ironman looking for the last shot, calling number one. That's Coach Witzig. Screen, back out in front still. Nauer far from the basket. Makes a drive. BL3, defense, rebound, Keyshawn. And for the other two jump balls, I thought we had another jump ball, but instead, a call on the Ironmen, 4.1 seconds left in the quarter. Good rebound, Keyshawn. Good defense on that one. Foul was called on Caston, Chase Caston, his first. Third on the other side. 2 for the Blue Devils. Here comes BL3. Pulls up from way out by the volleyball line. Ooh, just short. And we have played one quarter here at Collinsville for the sectional title. Normal Community Ironmen 14, your Quincy High Blue Devil 11. We're back with Blue Devil action in the second quarter on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Wellman and Pettit. And, I took a couple pictures beforehand. What was really neat, the cheerleaders were all down there standing in a circle, kind of no real organization, just talking. Penny Little was there, the coach. I walked by, and I was just going to take a picture of them in normal position. And I said, let's get a picture. And in 1 second, they jumped into formation.
Oh, yeah.
And they were ready for it. I'll be posting out the Mecca page. And that was 1 second, folks. I said, hey, let's get a picture. And that big circle just went boom, and they were set. So good girls, good coaching. 14-11 after 1. Devils will have it to start the second quarter. BL3, Dom Clay, Rico Clay Jr., Milton Whitfield, and Keyshawn Thomas.
So Whitfield's in for wires, because of the ankle.
He'll be back here. We'll check him out in a second here.
Oh, yeah.
Pass out there, and there's what I'm talking about, those passes. Weak side screen was not there. Whoever was supposed to pop out, Milton, knowing he's supposed to pass the ball across the court. And again, mixed communication, turnover. On the other side, Brown brings the ball down court. Burdett stayed in there.
Can't do that in a tightly contested ball game.
Osborne stayed in the game. Also in there was the big guy, Walker. Walker over the back this time. Weak side after the shot was up from the left side. Keyshawn had a good block out. Walker, he'll commit his first foul and the first foul of the second quarter. 7:30 left in the half. We're on the same bench as we were the other night, being the home team. And we look like the home team with the crowd. In the half-court set, top of the key. Rico to the right side. That's Dom, his brother. Still man-to-man from both teams. We've come out in the 1-2-2 three-quarter court as well. BL3 pulls up, 14-footer, good. I'll tell you what, BL3 should be able to take his shorter guard anytime he wants. And if he doesn't take him to the hole, he does that pull-up in that mid-range we love so much. 14-13, Normal with the lead. Good defense right across half court. BL3 gives a little foul on that ball as it goes over. The entire Bruder family and Niederhausers are right there in that front row. Waiting for somebody to take the ball out of bounds. Now Brown will go over there. Walker goes away as he was out there to screen. I see your big man didn't even do a screen. Just get him down on the block, get him ready to go. Nauer has the ball. BL3 with defense. Inside, 7 minutes left in the half. Osborne quickly passed back over to Burnett. A lot of passes from way out across the court. Brown starts the drive. And Brown travels. Good job there. He got a little quick feet there. So the unforced turnover is turning over the other side now. Devils down by 1. Approaching 6.5 left in the half. BL3 at the point now. Cameron Wires looked good in that first few minutes. He's down there still stretching while he's out. Rico to the left side. Nauer trying to guard BL3. BL3 pulls up, hits it. BL3, and he had a little bit of a 360 on that shot. Devils lead 16-14. Was that a three-pointer, Coach?
Yep.
I had missed that. I didn't think he was far enough out, and that three-pointer was brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road. 16-14, Blue Devils with the lead. Here I thought he came into that mid-range again. Brown hesitates, goes in. Oh, Rico takes it away from him, though. Rico, a shame there. Rico came across half court, had a full court fast break with a 3-on-none, or 3-on-0. And the fouls at half court. Good foul by the Ironmen, obviously.
Well, yeah.
As it went on Nauer, his first, and the second in the quarter. And then Rico now, he went ahead and took 2 steps and dunked it. Maybe shouldn't do that because that's after the whistle blew, and that might be called a technical. We do not need that. Inside 6 minutes, second half, or second quarter, which means the half, 16-14. Quincy High with the lead in the basketball. Rico goes out, sets a screen for BL3. Comes in, 16-footer. No good off the back. Oh, Milton Whitfield, a great job of tipping it out, and BL3, for some reason, instead of just letting it go in the backcourt and grabbing it, he tried to save it. That tip, I do not believe, was possession, was it, Coach?
No.
But he didn't know that, I guess. So, like we said earlier, go for it. He went for it. So, my apologies, BL3. Whitfield with a steal. Whitfield coming down court and lays it in. I'm sorry, folks. He's setting me up, too. Milton realized that a missed dunk was not going to help, and 2 points was. 18-14. Devils with a 4-point lead on defense, and everybody is standing up. Burnett to the middle of the court. Ball's tipped. Dom Clay has it. Clay, bounce pass, other side. Whitfield scores. Clay gets the assist. Whitfield the basket. The Devils have run off 12 straight points, lead 20-14. Timeout, Ironmen. Good stuff out there. We'll take a quick timeout and return Blue Devil basketball right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
And welcome back, Virgil Fletcher. Gymnasium after the timeout taken by the Ironmen. Devils were down 14-8. They've ran out the last 12 points, starting at the defensive side. It's now 20-14, and the Devils will go in their 1-2-2 three-quarter court. Cam's back in the game. Whitfield's at the point. Wires and BL3. And almost a steal, or a save, too, as Rico plays deep with Keyshawn, giving Dom a break. Devils almost got a steal as it came across half court. 4:41 left in the half, 20-14.
Gosh, I like the defensive presence of Devils. So, 14 points. How many did they have in the first quarter?
11. 14-11.
So 3 points.
And there's the first score of the second quarter, almost halfway through, and it's going to be an and one 4-point potential. Smith hit one in the first quarter. BL3 closed out, and as he did, the call in the corner, and again, it's the far end. Bradley didn't like it. Well, we never like it, do we? And the foul, his first. Devils first in this quarter. And that stopped that 12-point run by the Blue Devils.
Well, you got to stay connected to who you're supposed to guard.
Smith completes the 4-point play. 20-18, Devils still with the lead in the ball. Keyshawn, top of the key is the trailer. 3 is good. Wires had it on the right side. Keyshawn stopped at the top, took his time, and said, Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road, or woodmartbuildingcenter.com. I don't think he said that, but he hit the 3, and I say that, so that works out good.
Good open look. Trailing, top of the key, nail it.
4:17 left in the half, 23-18, Devils with the lead. Back on defense. Ball will come back on this side of the half court. Burdett will throw it in. He's got it to now. Osborne, Walker, and Smith still in there for the Ironmen. Man-to-man still. Good spin move, Burdett. Went to the hole, block shot there from the weak side. I think it was a foul on the body. Whitfield looked like he came over. I saw Keyshawn there too. And I love that when the official comes over and says, gives the big, like I came over like a big grizzly bear and gotcha.
Well, you know what that means. Keyshawn did it.
And it was on Keyshawn, but he had one earlier, I thought. And so we're going to put that one down for him and be glad they didn't call another one on him. First free throw is good by Burdett. He'll have another. I'll look up on the board here. Burdett makes both of those free throws. 23-20, Devils with a 3-point lead. Ball in the half court set in the short corner. Back out to Wires. 3 passes, goes over to the left corner. Rico misses the shot, but BL gets the weak side rebound. He takes the reverse. Milton reached out to get the rebound, lost it. Didn't lose it, but he just got it out of his fingertips. Good rebound on the weak side that BL3 snuck around and stole the ball. Had the reverse, just snuck off the rim.
Great effort on the offensive glass by Whitfield.
Burdett over to an hour here, just at the half-court line, almost steps back. That's where he tried to get him. Cam's on him. Burdett gets the ball with Whitfield. Osborne sets a screen. He rolls, doesn't get it.
Big stop here.
Wires on the left side now, playing D. Back out to Osborne. They're trying to go into Walker. Now Osborne drives. Good drive to the hole, and one good shot off the glass by Osborne. He's got 2 buckets in the game. It's a 1-point lead by the Blue Devils, 23-22. Back and forth after that big 12-point run by the Devils. 2 runs in the first quarter of 5 and 7. Their own 12 was the Ironmen.
Well, did you expect anything less?
Keyshawn past the left side. That's Cam Wires at the left 45. Back to Keyshawn, top of the key. Keyshawn misses the 3. Heads into the left corner where Connor Smith tracks it down for the orange and black. Tries to use Walker at the top of the key. A switch there. BL3 will have Smith. Then your guard picks the basketball up 25 feet from the basket. Post players come out to help him out. 2:35 and counting left in the first half. Burdett using the screen this time. Walker did roll. Good help there by Rico. Right side Osborne. His 3 was no good. Oh, and his 3 was no good. And it banked on the opposite side. It was an air ball. But Walker was right there to take a step in for the little hook. And Normal gets the lead 24-23. Bummer there because you played good D and you on the weak side expected that ball to come off the rim, not air ball and hit the glass. Top of the key behind the screen. Cam misses the 3. Walker with a big rebound for Normal Community. 2 minutes left in the half. Nauer takes it to the right side. Whitfield is on him. Back to the top. Osborne will go left side to Smith. He'll go down to the block. Keyshawn. Keyshawn takes 2 big hits, and then Cam comes down and takes it away from Walker. Letting them play inside a little bit. BL3 off the right wing.
Well, it is sectional final basketball.
I still believe, though, after that first drive with a shoulder, the second one, you got to go ahead and take the shot and go down. Ball to the left side. Cam Wires has it. Comes around the screen by Rico. Back to Keyshawn. Now BL3 from 23. Good! Use the screen by Keyshawn. Bradley hits the 3-pointer off the right side. Stops that 6-point run by the Ironmen. And the lead back to the Devils, 26-24. And by the way, Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Jack McKenzie way. Wow, and quickly we leave him open on the right side. That's Chase Smith. He's got 3 threes. Actually, he's got a 4-pointer too. Ironman back up by 1, inside a minute left, first half. Keyshawn stops in the short corner, comes back out. BL3 from 24. Oh, that was in, rattled in, and popped out. Worth at least a half a point or a point. Ironmen have the basketball. Boy, that was down. Didn't it seem it?
Oh, yeah.
Just that boom, boom off both sides. And then pops up. Chase Smith, check that Connor Smith. Right in front of the scoring table. 3 Devils are waiting to go in. Clay, Rice, and Louthan. And with less than 30 seconds, I don't think there'd be an opportunity unless we have a dead ball.
Yep.
That would be a foul probably unless the ball was thrown out of bounds. Down to 20 seconds. Smith still out there. Trying to get a 5-second closely guarded. Hey, let's set a trap with the guys on the sideline. They all go back in their seats, realizing they're not getting in. Walker sets a screen. Smith throws up a shot from long distance. No good. Osborne saves it. Wow, it's almost tipped up. Outlet. BL3 shoots at half court. Not half court, but from the right side at about 30 feet. Off the glass, off the rim, almost went in. And we have played one half here for the sectional final in Collinsville. Normal Community 27, Quincy High 26. Fun half.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to get after it on the defensive end, and both teams have. So, you know, this is going to be a great game rest of the way.
Stick around. We got halftime. We'll break down the first half. And we're winding down the season, so there's not many other teams to talk about because this is it. The Blue Devils are last here. But it is halftime out here from Collinsville. Blue Devils down 27-26. Come back for the halftime show. MeccaSportsCo.com.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at MeccaSportsCo.com, on YouTube at YouTube.com/@MeccaSportsCo, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/MeccaSportsCo. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome back to halftime here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Halftime score, Normal Community 27, Quincy 26. You never know who might show up here in the gymnasium, especially the snowbirds flying back north. You don't hear about that too much, do we here? Coach Longo joined us, and of course, Coach Longo was out with us early in the season when we had games at home, a lot, especially at the girls' gym, but we did catch one of the Blue Devil games as well. And I won't ask about your 2-month vacation. It must have been nice. You brought back cold weather right away.
Well, I tried to drive fast to get like a wind tunnel to bring it up here, but it didn't work, Jeff.
Go back down there. Shoot. What, are you kidding me?
So what do you think? You've saw the Blue Devils throughout the season from down there watching on the big screen. You see them here live again. Compared to what you watched early in the season to here, you like what you see?
I think the best adjustment Andy did was the press. As soon as he put the press in, you saw that big turnaround. I don't think Normal can handle the intensity of our defense. Our defense is going to win it. That's my honest opinion. But their press was a big game changer, got that momentum, and Normal made their way back, and you sort of expect that. But I like what they're doing. We're so quick. It is crazy how quick we are. On TV, it doesn't look that way. You get here, and it's like, oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Look how fast they're going.
And, of course, one of our big concerns was our quickest guy on the team, Cam Wires.
He's doing
and he
fine.
went down, and he is, and he looks great out there.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any problems at all, and I think it was good to get him out. But don't leave him too long because, as we always know, you get stiff too quick.
Yeah, it'll tighten up on him. But, yeah, Andy's a great coach, and he'll make some adjustments here. And I know we're down by 1, but I think that's in favor of us because I think our this is like a second home to us, and these kids are going to be comfortable. If it stays a close game, I think the the side of the coin goes to Quincy because of being here so much.
You know, I am surprised, too, that with that, you talk about injuries. Normally, I don't know if an ankle would be the same. We'll have a bike down there when you come off the court.
Oh, yeah.
The stationary bike.
I've seen that.
And I think that would be something, if you want to stay loose, that's how you stay loose. Because if you go over there, you can't create that sitting on the bench and trying to rotate.
You could sit there and move it, but that's not the pressure of running and being on a bicycle. So
early in the game, it looked like we had a tough time figuring, and this is us, passing-wise, when Cameron's out of there too, and Milton had thrown the ball across court.
Right.
But it was miscommunication on the opposite side. I think the screen and guys weren't in cahoots together.
Right. And the one pass that went completely out of bounds was just a miscommunication on the play. Our turnovers have been just miscommunication. Not that they did anything good, it's just that we just weren't communicating. So I like it. I mean, seeing them in person is totally different. I like what Andy does. I think Andy's a heck of a coach, and he's smart enough to figure out what he needs to do.
Especially late in the season. You know what I mean? You've got to, adjust.
Right.
And go from there. And, every team you're going to play now, you better adjust or you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, the adjustment at this level, the sectional championship, the super sectional, and obviously a state tournament, is the coach that can make those adjustments.
Yep.
And I'm checkmate. I'm giving it to Andy
by
far.
Well, and sometimes the adjustments you got to make it halftime.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and it's hard to do sometimes. Where guys, you're not setting this screen. You got a backdoor cut hard. You got to get out there and guard somebody.
Yes.
In this situation, and he's always made the adjustments this year.
Right.
To where you're right there at the end.
Yeah. He does some great job. I mean, what he has done with this team.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, did I hear you guys say the other night this is only the 6th team to win 30 or more games in school history? That's impressive.
Oh my goodness.
And a lot of people say, well, you got to get to state tournament. I mean, that's everybody's goal. Every team that's lost would like to get to the state tournament. If you start thinking about that, then you're playing for the wrong reasons. You're playing to win this game. And if you win this game, you play to win the next game. And you just see what happens from there.
And you talk about the 30 there. It was amazing. It wasn't really amazing that 79, 81, and 82 were there.
Right.
Last year was there, and of course this year. But when we went back to 1934 was the other one.
What was that?
It was
the
30
last,
wins.
Yeah.
And so that was impressive. But after we left Taylorville, the first undefeated state champion was Taylorville. And it was back in the 40s. They were 45 and nothing in 44.
Yeah. No way.
Yeah.
45 games?
And Johnny Orr played for that team.
Oh.
The dude that coached for Michigan. Oh, yeah.
And where else did he coach?
Michigan.
Is it Michigan only?
I remember, yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking Iowa State. But he was
you're
was
right.
at Iowa State, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
That's more up closer to my age than way back when.
So I don't know if you guys talked about it while I was talking to the fan from Normal Community who said that there's a basket in the way of the game, our camera.
No, there's not.
We got no basket, but I think it was actually, they might have said some of the motion. I thought, now, yes, when we'll go over here to get a look, we might miss something. But
well, you got a camera dude that's not very good. That's what you got to tell them. That good camera dude
now,
ain't
see right
very
there.
good.
Now, right there, if Coach leaves it there, it's a great shot, but he just missed the corners.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if I was Coach, I'd just leave it the same. Maybe just leave it there and go, you got it. And then focus on giving us good color is always good.
Yeah.
Well, no, you better go back to the camera.
But thank you for offering this service. It's
no,
cool. The
I
people
mean,
of Quincy, you may not know it, but the Quincy people really appreciate it.
Well, we've seen it with the views that we've had, on the games that we've done.
Especially the junior high.
Well, it was, it's very, very good. And, I appreciate the people in Quincy, listening to us. And, hopefully they enjoy Jeff, doing the games and me throwing a few things in there every now and then.
What about this Quincy crowd compared to the normal crowd?
The other night we had.
I hate to say it. It's sad that you're playing for a sectional championship, and it's the same distance from Quincy to here as it is normal to here. And look at how many Quincy people are here.
Well, and I text my sister who lives in Normal. Her son went to Normal Community. And I said, well, just let everybody know that they go in here and listen to us. It might be, pro-Normal Community, but you'll be able to watch the game and see it.
And you wait if we win. You wait till what happens at Bloomington. And if you win there, wait, the sea of blue and champagne will be. But let's get through this game.
Well, no, we got to go to Illinois State first.
Right, Illinois State after this game. But
Coach, you know the mentality, what we've done since the years of moving stuff around, starting with soccer. The Peoria news guys over here to the side, and the first question he asked me in the early game said, before the game started, said, why are we playing down here?
Because this is where you're supposed to play.
Thank you very much.
Are you kidding me?
It's where you're supposed to play.
And I said that for all of them, and I'm tired. I go back to, everybody should go and make your plans. If you don't like, I told him, really the halfway point between up at the Quad Cities and Peoria and us, down here is us. Why not play all the games in Quincy?
Well, no, that's what I was thinking. Let's play it in Q-Town, and then y'all could come down here.
You imagine what the Quincy gym would be like?
We could beat the heck out of you down there. Hey, that's the nature of the beast.
Amen.
Hey, it's already halftime's over.
That's all right.
Coach, man, thanks a lot for joining us.
Because I know you like to give stats. I'm going to stand up here and just watch you guys.
You got it, man.
Well, you can stay on the thing and talk.
I'll stand here. I drove 3 boys down here, and I need to stand.
Coach Pettit's the same way.
No, I'm good. I'm good standing.
You're good.
It's 27-26. Wellman, Pettit, and Longo. Watch out for that team. That's dangerous.
Watch out.
Starting the second half out, it will be Devils same way. Wires, Clay, BL3, Louthan, and Keyshawn. Other side, the big man's out there, waiting for Brown to throw it in. Weber's out there. Nauer. Still Osborne, and of course, Burdett, number 5, who handles it out there pretty well. Man-to-man coming from the Blue Devils in the set.
Well, you got Burnett and the big boy. They're two guys that, not stroked, but, beat Rock Island.
Back out at the top. 15 seconds in. Devils making them change the defense up. Double high at the post. Walker gets it, high post, looks left side. Burdett has that ball, got that headband. Slick Watts, also, who was our guy from Quincy College back in the day? Rex
Chapman.
There, thank you. To the left side. That throws us way back. Walker sets a screen and rolls. Patience. Ironmen 4 on the perimeter. Walker goes back up. As we all do, the postmen come up to make the exchange, look down low, and then pass the ball to the opposite side. Good defense. Cameron just got twisted up in there a little bit.
Yes, he
Hopped
did.
on his ankle. Bounced right back. Osborne turns. Passes to Brown in the corner. Clay doing a good job on defense. Brown gets around. Pulls up 8-footer. No good. Good job of Keyshawn knocking the ball out of bounds, but nobody went after it until Osborne went after it.
Yeah.
Got to get that rebound.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
grab that with both hands.
Yeah, when the ball goes up like that, you got to make sure you put your butt on somebody, on the other side, and that's communication, on the defensive end.
Weber comes from the left corner. They throw the ball right in front of the rim. Burdett throws it up, and the first basket of the second half will go to Walker with a strong move.
Too easy.
Ironman with a 3-point lead now. Devils in the half-court set. Top of the key, Louthan passes the Wires on the right side. Keyshawn came around the screen, was setting up. BL3 backs up behind the arc. No good. Louthan tried to keep it alive. Good job by Mark.
Tough shot. No paint touches, and then kicking it out.
Walker grabbed it. I wanted to say Weber. That was the last man, big man. On the way to the basket. Switching to his left hand was Burdett. Missed the shot, but on the rebound, our first foul of the second half.
Is that young man a freshman, 21? Did they say he was a freshman, or was it a kid who came off the bench?
I didn't have a program because, first of all, you can't get stats either. We've had everybody looking for stats for the team.
All day long.
And we got to the team. Actually, I found out that, a lot of times you have to just call them. Bad pass inside, knocked away. That last foul, by the way, was Osborne. First one of the second half. Burdett drives in. Oh, and a block shot by Keyshawn. He came following up. Devils had the ball the other way.
Good effort by Keyshawn back on defensive transition.
Clay has it in the right corner. Dom starts to drive. Hand check.
Uh-oh. Come on, run it off.
Now Clay has a little twist there.
Oh. Hopefully it's down knee.
No, he grabbed his calf.
Yeah, almost above the shin or the ankle. Brown his second against the Ironmen, so he'll have to come out back into the ball game. Connor Smith, keep an eye on him. He had 3 trays in the first half, including the 4-point play.
I'd go ahead and put Milton in right now.
Yeah, I think you'll see that quickly.
Yeah.
Inbounded. Wires from the right corner. Oh, it rattles in and out, much like BL3 shot. Louthan tips the ball away from the big man, and it
What's
will
the ball?
go Devils. I know it. The official made a couple points like he was pointing to guys like he might call a foul. And I must have said, you touched it first, then you touched it. And by the way, let's stay down here.
Well, we've talked about officials last couple days.
Soccer, we call that bringing in the airplane. Just make a call and do it.
Louthan from the right side. There was a foul called.
3-point shot. Well,
that was on us.
Offensive on the other side. It was Cam Wire setting a screen for BL3. And you don't expect your smallest guy to be called for a moving screen.
Well,
on the weak side.
I'm glad you saw that.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I didn't see it.
I didn't either.
I had to look up and see who they were called that on.
Yep.
Walker with the basketball. Back out on the perimeter. Burdett has it in the right corner. Quickly back out to the top. 3 passes later. It's Smith on the left side. BL3 all over him. Jump stop. Almost created a pivot foot and traveled after the pivot foot. Burdett starts to make a drive. Oh, Keyshawn took it away from him. Keyshawn gets out in the full court. Now bounces to BL3. Bradley with the left-hand layup. I thought he was going to lose the ground there and not have the spacing, but a good job there by BL3 taking it in and by Keyshawn with the assist.
And defense again gets that point.
Devils down by 1, 29-28, 5 minutes left in the third. Smith got banged in there by Louthan and by BL3. Turn around and face it up. Had to kick it back out. Nauer hesitates. He had Clay on him. Has to go back out to Burdett with the left. By the way, Burdett is left-handed, I believe.
Yes, he is.
When he made that left, I made it sound like it was something special. And we got a double team that went away. Somebody forgot to stay with Walker. Walker went in for the easy layup.
And almost a turnover there by the Blue Devils.
Clay starts to drive, and he goes down again.
Could be a foul on
Burdett.
Yeah.
My man says, how you missed Walker?
I think he sort of grabbed him.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He slipped to the hole. Man, you got to put a body on him because he's 6'9", D1 ball player.
He's a big boy.
Foul called on Burdett. Third foul on Normal with 4:31 left in the third. Devils with only 1. Louthan goes out. You thought Clay might go out to rest that. He must be fine. Whitfield on the inbounds from the left corner. 3, no good.
Yeah, box
Tipped.
out better.
Oh.
Good job there. Clay was there,
We'll
and I
take
thought
it.
Clay reached in and knocked it out.
So did I. We'll take it.
That's why we're 95 feet and don't have a whistle in our mouth. 4:27.
Well, at least I got my glasses on, so I'm good.
You can
Oh,
see
you
it.
do too, Coach Longo.
In the corner, Clay gets a screen from Whitfield. Now takes the shot. No good. Came back to the strong side. Burdett with the rebound.
Not a good shot. One
No.
pass in, launching the 3.
Smith goes down low. Walker goes up. Doesn't, almost got fouled a couple times. Devils
That's us.
lose the handle on the ball. It was definitely, we touched it. And,
Yeah, now that you say it, I think we did tip it out there, didn't we?
Not a good job of boxing out, the defensive glass.
What do you think about this? I said the first half, once he drops and hits the first time, the second time you got to go back and fall.
Yes,
I
yes.
mean, because it's a hard shot.
Unforced turnover there on the inbounds play.
BL3 comes down, hesitates, starts to go to the hole. Cheap foul there. I hate those Olays because let your defense come down and help you, but we'll take it.
Remember that foul in the first half where they fouled us on the breakaway? Why wouldn't that have been an intentional foul?
Because it was a 3-on-0. It was 3 on none.
Right. And then the foul's down there. Why do they move it out to the side?
Well, to be honest with you, when you get to the sectionals, they're not going to call a lot.
No, yeah, I agree with you.
You know what I mean? Then you get to supers, less, and
State tournament they let them play.
Oh, my goodness.
4 minutes left in the third quarter. Devils have the basketball. Clay pulls up for 16. No good. Tipped around by the big man. Walker comes down with it. Still 31-28, Normal the lead. Halfway through the third quarter.
But to be honest, it's going to be a battle.
Yes, it is.
Right side Nauer. Good tip out there.
Ooh.
Keyshawn reached up, knocked the ball out.
And eventually that wear and tear late in the game is going to catch up with you. And that's what our defense has been so good today.
Well, and like we saw, down at the state tournament with QND, the wear and tear when you got an extra 10 feet to run.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
Catches up with you, doesn't it?
Oh, goodness. Fourth quarter, a lot slower.
Normal community with the basketball. BL3's out on Smith. Walker makes a spin move, stops in the right corner. Has to give it back up. He dropped the ball on the floor. That's a dribble. Pass to the left wing. Now be guarded by Cameron Wires. The guards are short, although Burdett's got a little bit of height. Burdett has that ball now. Whitfield, good job of stopping him there. Sending back to the left side. Made him pick the ball up at the free throw line. Approaching 3 minutes left in the third. Good
Whitfield
defense.
does a great job on defense.
Keyshawn takes away from Burdett. Ball gets out in front of him.
Oh, got
wow.
fouled.
And that's a bailout because Keyshawn was either going to double dribble or fall down.
Yes.
And as he was going down, Burdett made
fouled.
contact.
Well, and the big thing here is that's the 5th foul on normal. So anytime we get fouled, we got to get the ball inside the basket, inside and draw that foul.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we got to take the ball to the hole.
Do you like that? Do you like that new rule?
No.
I don't either.
I like it.
We talked about it for a whole year, and it was funny because it takes the strategy out of
does.
the 1-and-1,
Yep.
and you can foul anybody late in the game, and they get 2 shots so they can relax a little bit.
So what do you think about the 35-second shot clock, too?
I want it.
That's coming up.
I want it.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
So with the 5 and the 30, we'll speed it up. It'll be a more athletic game.
I like it as they make the baskets 31-29 normal ahead as we made that free throw, the Blue Devils.
Well, but we're going to be in the 50s. This takes those 20-point games away from the game. Especially when you get to the playoffs.
Devils back on defense. Keyshawn comes up, gets the tip. Dom has it. Dom comes, shuffles it up. Nice pass with a little shuffle in the hand. That one-hand little pass. Milton takes it in for the layup.
Keyshawn's got 3 steals here that have helped us get 6 points on the board right there.
31-31, 2:30 left in the third. He's been all over it.
Yes, he has.
Took it away from Burdett in the one.
Best defender, but
10 seconds.
And the Devils do a great job. See, you can lull guys in defense to sleep, especially when you make them go east-west instead of north-south. Turnover.
I hate to say this because I happen to be looking at clock. We scored that at the 2:18. And they called 10, but I guess you got it. I don't know how that works. That was a quick 10, but we'll take it.
I know, because usually look at the board or you have a shot clock.
Exactly.
But it is above the shot clock.
Oh, it's fair and love in basketball.
Amen.
Approaching 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Thomas at the top of the key. Right side, Wires to Dom Clay. Dom starts to make a drive, goes in. He gets fouled. Off balanced. And the percentage of the shot was going to be low percent at that point.
I don't think it would have got to the rim.
I don't think so either. And the foul comes up. Dom will go to the line to shoot 2.
But you like the aggressivity. Excuse my French.
Yes.
With 5 fouls, you take it into the hole. You're going to get 2 free throws, and he's going to probably make both of them.
I hear you.
Foul number 6. That was number 2 on Colby Walker, the big man. And with 2:06 left in the quarter, Dom Clay hits the first free throw. He'll have 1 more.
Got to be aggressive here in the last 2:06. Every time you get the ball, go. Get it to the hole.
Dom has 1 more. Everybody in the lane. Wires and BL3, of course, for the Devils or not. And Clay hits 2 for 2. Subs come in with those 2. Devils take the lead 33-31.
We'll get Cam a little break here. Last 2 minutes of this quarter, with his ankle. Hopefully he can keep it warm.
Yeah.
Keep it moving. There. Yep.
He's down at the end of the bench. I almost go down in that tunnel down there and stand and move it.
Well, or jump around, do something.
Little 1-2-2 in the half court. Rico does a great job of holding his ground. Rico held his ground on defense against Brown.
They called a foul on him.
Yes, and Rico went to dive for the ball, and the Ironman jumped at him. It was going out of bounds.
Yes,
and
it had been their ball.
Yeah, exactly. Instead, with 1:50 left, good job, Rico. The fans over here are not happy.
Aren't we shooting?
Yes.
Well, we should be.
We should be shooting.
It had 6 fouls.
Yeah, there we go.
So 1:50 left. We shoot everything. So how about that? You're going to walk down 80 feet.
That's the
85.
football mentality that we've seen.
He went after it
right
there.
You know what I mean?
That was like a tackle.
Football mentality. We got 2 of them on the bench. Actually, 3 of them on the bench. They're the same way. That's big time.
Foul was called on Chase Caston, number 23. He's a sub there, but he's got 2 fouls now.
Especially when we get to the supers.
Yes, take
Football
advantage.
mentality is going to be, big time because when they do that, they go get called for foul.
Oh, yes, they will.
Rico first free throw off the back of the iron. He'll have 1 more.
That left his hand bad.
His brother just stood at the line and told him.
Shoot it like I do.
I saw you shoot in high school.
No, I never shot a good free throw in my life.
Rico makes the second one there. 4 free throws, have given 5 free throws in a row, have given the Devils a 3-point lead, 34-31. 1-2-2, Devil fans step up.
Well, and that's come from the defensive end of the ball.
Whitfield. Oh, Devils make a great jump. There were 2 lanes possible for the Devils to steal the ball, and it just happened to get into Burnett's hands, and he found Walker for a basket, and now an and one.
How that got through, I have no clue how that pass got through.
I was going to see,
yes.
Because we got a great angle on that.
Yes, we do.
You know, and it was like, oh my goodness. You know, great hands, great pass.
Looked like it was going to be a steal from 2 or 3 of our guys. Instead, the 3-point play.
And that's all right.
34-34. Foul was called against Rico. Second on the Devils in the quarter with 1.5 left. Devils are shooting the rest of the way for this quarter.
Take it to the hole.
BO3 at the top of the key. Takes a move.
Oh,
and an alley-oop to Whitfield. Luckily, he brought it down. We didn't lose the ball. BL3 starts the drive.
Traveled.
Now, that one I don't know because his foot was still in the air and never came back down.
I think he drug it.
Okay, the back foot then.
Yes, the back foot.
Because otherwise he was trying to slow it down and then picked it up in the middle of that. 1:13 left in the quarter. 34-34. Devils will go back in that 1-2-2. Whitfield at the point. Longcourt comes up to help. It comes over here to Smith.
See, if you're going to go up attacking half court, you better have somebody coming out here and doing it.
Exactly.
Double team. Keyshawn.
Quincy ball.
Good job. Keyshawn gets a jump ball on Burdett.
He's had 4 really good defensive steals or opportunities for us to get the ball.
55.2 seconds left.
Keyshawn this year with his feet movement, you know, moving, you know, against the big dudes, and then getting out there. I mean, he can guard anything from 3 to 5.
Yes, he can.
You know, in the next level.
BL3 will bring across the timeline. 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Rico sends it down to the block.
Get out of the
Keyshawn
way,
got
guys.
double teamed, but he turns and gets it off the glass somehow. Keyshawn hits the bucket. Devils regain the lead, 36-34.
Oh, yeah, 3 guys down there around him. You know, it's like, get the heck out the way.
Good defense again. Ball's on the floor. Rico, great job, Dom Clay.
Timeout.
He's on the floor. That's got to be a travel.
No, it's going to be a foul on Quincy.
Wow.
He grabbed him by the neck.
Timeout normal.
But the guy was.
Is that what they called?
Yeah, timeout normal.
Well, we'll take that because the guy was rolling and should have been a travel.
Yeah.
So with 23.7, 36-34, we'll take a quick break, and we're back with Blue Devil basketball here on mechasportsco.com.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
You know, here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And we are back here. Wellman, Pettit, and Longo chatting a little bit on the
We have a
timeout.
3-person booth tonight, you know, so I'm going to try to behave.
I was just coming to say hi.
Yeah.
I'm not going to turn down talking with you guys. I can tell you that much right now.
Normal has the basketball in the half-court set. Burdett gets it in. Inside 23 seconds and counting. Back to the top of the key to Osborne. Devils.
Yo, Devils in there 1-3-1 down.
Exactly. Milton's at the top. You got Keyshawn in the middle at the free throw lane. Bounce on the baseline. Shouldn't have got there. Rico tipped it the first time. BL3 tipped it the second time. Rico almost could have stole that ball.
Well, you got to get that pass down there like that. You got to rotate, you know, in the 1-3-1 to get that.
This. I want to say this. Jerry Leggett would have a play for this in a heartbeat, wouldn't he?
Well, yeah. I mean, we had to play for this corner, that corner, that corner, that corner.
What page is it on, Coach? Hold on a second.
Well, I've still got it.
5.5. Three-pointer shot came up short. Dom Clay with 2 seconds. Three-quarter court. Oh! Off the backboard, almost in the rim from three-quarter court.
Well, almost hit the scoreboard. I mean, that was close.
They've got a new one coming talking to Clayton.
Yes, they do. And so 3/4 are in the books. Hey, babies, at home for the Quincy High Blue Devil fans, up 36-34. We're back with the fourth on mechasportsco.com.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
Awesome. As we're sitting out taking a look here, Clayton Smith, by the way, is the athletic director.
Yes.
We thank him so much. But he was also the soccer coach. Coach Longo coached against him in his last game.
My last game I coached against Clayton. I really enjoy his friendship. He came up and gave me a big hug. And that's the coaching fraternity out there, is you develop some really good relationships with people.
Well, why you say that? Nobody likes me, man. Are you kidding me? Come on now.
I hear you.
And he was down there with Bob Bone, the legend player and coach.
Yeah.
And, of course, Bob coached Terry Thompson, Steve Ball, and Tracy Lewis.
Oh, wow.
Across the way at, what was that junior college that no longer has basketball? Why? I completely forgot it. In St. Louis.
Well, did I coach there?
What's that?
Did I coach there with no junior college left out in St. Louis? Maybe.
Dick Porter here.
Here we are with the Ironmen having the ball in the last quarter. Devils lead 36-34. They start out in the 1-2-2 with
1-3-1. They're still in the 1-3-1.
Whitfield at that point still. It was a shift out of that.
Now
in the back.
Now they're matching up. That was a bad call.
Yeah, well, Rico basically, and the ball went in, put his hands on his back. Wasn't a lot of push in there, but when the ball goes into somebody, drop the hands. Rico, his second foul. First one in the fourth
I didn't
quarter.
think that was a good matchup in the 1-3-1 with Keyshawn going out guarding the corner.
Smith, out of bounds play.
Over the back.
Oh.
Yes, Rico did not get a good screen.
Yeah, box
You
out
got
there
exactly.
now.
Knocking the ball free was Osborne. Normal community with the basketball again. 7.5 left. Devils with a 2-point lead, go back to man-to-man.
Yep, Devils in the man.
Smith at half court. Now brings it down. Left side to Burnett. Walker going down to the post. 42 against 42. That's Walker against Thomas. Goes back out. Burnett's three. Online, no.
Yeah, hit the basket.
And it hit up top. Keyshawn had a square out or a block out on that one really well.
Well, yeah, I tell you what, anytime they take a NBA three, with the hand in their face, and you box out, God, I love that defensive possession.
I love Keyshawn pushing him out away from the basket, too,
Oh, yeah.
and not giving him that lane.
He's actually played a great game all the way around and added the steals in there, like we mentioned, all in a row out here at half court.
That's why I saw the 6'9" dude. I'm like, that bothered me.
Keyshawn backs it out. BL3 now gets it back to Keyshawn. Bouncing
Great
inside.
pass.
Nice
Great
play.
pass. Long corridor. Thomas. Thomas gets the assist to Rico Clay Jr.
That was Keyshawn, too.
Keyshawn right now, your player of the game.
Yeah.
38-34. Devils have a 4-point lead with 6:35 left and counting. Good job by Don Clay knocking the ball out of bounds. Whitfield and them closing down. That's what's nice. On the left side, Clay and Whitfield, after Milton comes over. On the right side, BL3. And in that middle, floating is Keyshawn.
Well, when you got Whitfield out front with his length, and then you got the other two on the other side with their length.
Again.
Tough.
This is the wear and tear I'm talking about. They're constantly defense. They're constantly thinking there's no easy bucket for them, and you're late in the game. This is where the Blue Devils are the best, is wearing teams down.
Burdett will trigger it right in front of his own bench.
On the defensive end.
Out to Nauer.
Yes.
On the defensive end.
In the 1-3-1. And I do like when Rico's back there because he's got a little more height. And usually you need a guy who can run it, but a small guy has a tough mismatch on a big guy.
I mean, I'm going to tell you what, I like Whitfield out front, but Whitfield down the bottom on the 1-3-1, that could be interesting.
That was a
Burdett.
That might be a technical.
Burdett missed the shot. Ball went out. We had a foul on the Devils. Keyshawn went ahead and took 2 steps down there and dunked it. That's what he said earlier, too, on that dunk. Yes.
Twice they've gotten away with that.
We don't even want him doing it. Like Milton on that one, he looked like he was going to dunk and said, I missed my timing, lay it in for 2 points. Keyshawn got called for his second foul.
Well, and you're talking about 15-year-old kids, too.
Yeah, that's true. There's nobody in foul trouble, right?
No, we got 2 fouls on Keyshawn, 2 on Rico. Other side, same way. 2 on Burdett.
Time to get after it, guys.
Right side, Burdett with the ball. Skips it over to the left side. Clay comes out to play defense on Nauer. He backs out. Clay starts to make a move on defense. Good job, almost a 5. to the right side. Got the ball away, goes into Walker. Oh, Walker set out with the right hand chop out there first.
He may have hurt his ankle there too.
Hits the shot though, 38-36 Devils. He is strong. Like I said, when he makes that contact, that's contact that can be a charge. Don't be afraid to hit the floor. Left side Clay. In the high post is Rico. Goes in the left corner. Milton Whitfield hits the three-pointer from the left corner. Brought to you by Woodnard Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road, 41-36.
Now, if he's going to start hitting three-pointers, God bless him, good luck.
Yes.
You know, for anybody playing the Devils.
Smith kicks it back out to Burdette. We're in that 1-3-1. Burdett's going to fire a three. It rolls in and out. Good job by Rico. Kept it alive. Keyshawn got it, though. Keyshawn was going to go all the way to the hole. And, of course, Dom wanted the ball kicked out to him on the wing because he was setting up the three.
I don't think that Normal Community can three-point shoot with us.
No.
If they want to get in a three-point shooting contest.
Good luck.
Oh, yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Burdette does had a nice look on it. It's just not going down there.
Well, but then again, you know, 41-36 with 5 minutes to go. They're going to start launching, so we got to make sure we get our butts on somebody down at defensive end, then go and get some easy looks.
See, now they're going to start calling everything.
Yeah, Nauer was called on the foul a minute ago, his second.
Yes.
Now they're giving Smith the call, his second. More importantly, 3 fouls against the Ironmen. Well, 2. I thought we had a third one there. I just had 2 on my board. Now they got it 2-2. I'll have to double check my look. They're right, they're official.
Let's run our offense. You know, don't be.
BL3 makes a drive all the way down the block. A triple team was there almost, and we had some contact.
Pull it out, you know, and pass.
Let's
you
see
know,
this.
layups and free throws.
Let's see this inbounds play. Do we try to score off it, or we just get it inbounds? Just get it inbounds.
Yeah, well, if you run a good play, go for it.
BL3 drives, kicks it in the corner. Whitfield for 3, no good. Rebounded by Nauer.
I don't know if I like that shot or not.
Ironman with it in half court. In the left corner is Osborne. Man-to-man now coming from the Devils.
Good job by Rico out there.
Nauer comes out to save it. Osborne now going to look into Walker. Walker turns. Walker leads with that left or right arm out.
Like a wing.
Yeah, almost like a running, or either a hook or a running back. And they're not seeing it. Got to get it and take the contact. Keyshawn third.
That's Key's third, yeah.
Third for both teams.
Well, we're at 4:14 left to go in the game. We're all right.
He'll be okay.
Ball inbounded for the Ironmen. Almost a trap on the far side. BL3 and Thomas. And they tried to throw it in. Don Clay stole it. Leads Keyshawn. Crossover dribble all the way to the hole. Count it! Good hands there by Keyshawn.
Timeout, Quincy.
And a great pass from Dom. The fans are up with 4:05 left. A 7-point lead. 43-36. Good stuff.
That's awesome stuff. Our defense this quarter so far, I bet you we've got 6 points over steals and turnovers.
So what was the halftime score, Coach?
27-26 Normal with the
26,
lead.
so Normal's got 10. You know, when I sit there and watch these guys, if they give her 10 points a quarter, I'm good.
Actually, Normal's got 9. They were the ones with 27 with the lead. So Normal with only 9 in the quarter.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if you 10, 11,
This is fourth
12.
quarter, right?
Yes, and Devils are 17.
4 minutes to go.
That was halftime there. What was the final at the third quarter? I forgot to draw my little line through there.
I didn't look.
I believe that.
Jeff and his little lines, you know how that goes.
Hey, well, we got a lot of Hoskins family listening back home. We got a lot of listeners.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's funny because I get these texts. I got to say, but the Hoskins family is all they're Blue Devil Kelly down in Florida, Andy, Trudy,
and everybody that's listened to us.
Oh, yeah.
The whole year.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's awesome.
You know, I mean, we sit here and yap. You know what I mean about basketball, but
sometimes you wonder if people are listening. They're listening.
Oh yeah,
they're listening.
And what we're getting is a lot of people after we get done with the game. You know, they turn in and listen back to us.
Yes.
Hey, once I got our score straight from the end of the quarter, it was 36-34. We've only allowed 2 points. We outscored them 7-2 in this quarter.
Oh yeah. Well, the defense has been tremendous. You know, the 1-3-1 and then jumping back into the man.
Back in the set now, man-to-man for the Devils.
Big possession for Normal here.
Normal has the ball into the right corner. That's Smith. They're going to go down low to Walker. Walker goes strong, scores.
That doesn't surprise me. They went down there
Hard
right
to
after
stop
a
him.
timeout.
Rico, I could see maybe coming down and blocking a shot from behind, but one-on-one, these two guys are just playing. Two big men in the post. And Keyshawn, height disadvantage, but then he's stopping him. Right corner, Whitfield. No. He's going to pull up for three. No good. Ball goes up twice off the rim. Goes again. Somebody tipped that ball up. I don't know if it's Keyshawn or Rico. Had a second opportunity.
Too quick of a shot.
Yeah.
Way
Ironmen.
too quick.
Yep, we have 3:10 left in the ball game. Walker gets that ball again. Cutting to the basket. It was a foul, but not on the block shot. But when Osborne was cutting to the hole, Rico wrapped him around the side, then blocked the shot.
Who's the big kid for Normal? What's his name again?
Kobe Walker.
I think after that timeout, because their last two possessions have gone right into him.
Yep.
And he's either going to take it to the basket or they're going to hit a cutter like that.
Yep.
I think that's their philosophy here for the last 3 minutes and 7 seconds.
Well, and the cutter, you got to get in front of them, not let them get to where
Right.
they're going to go.
Get in his
you
way.
can't trail. You can't trail on that.
First free throw is good. That's Chase Caston. First point of the day. He'll have one more with 3:07 left.
Make sure we get a box out here. And
second one rattles, no good. Keyshawn gets the rebound. Devils by 4, 43-39, 3 minutes left. Man-to-man coming from the Ironmen at the half-court set.
Need a good set now. Need a good set, get a good look, to the basket, and get a free throw or
a foul.
And
shoot two.
And when Milton had the ball in that left wing, they're going to let him shoot even though he's hit a three-pointer, figuring, hey, take the shot. Dom with the drive. And a foul called on Smith.
So that's only their fourth,
well,
right?
That's their fourth, yeah. So next one, on either team, we got 2 free throws all the way out.
That was a real lack of hustle on that defense. That was just like ole and let you go.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
And then I'll grab you when you go by.
But he might have got beat, and he just said, look, if I'm getting beat, might as well stop it, and you start the play over again. BO3 with the basketball. Man-to-man, guarded Smith. BO3 on that wing, backs it back out. Skips over to Don Clay at the top. Clay thought about it. We do not need a quick three like that. Use the clock. The clock's your friend.
Well, you got to make sure that you get the paint touches before you hit the threes.
Keyshawn on the left wing. Osborne comes out on him.
Either via drive or pass.
We're going to take our time.
Comes get the basketball.
See, now that seems silly to me.
Well, especially if it's your fifth foul.
You let him shoot 2 free throws. Very silly. As far as I'm concerned for Normal.
And that's his fifth, too, like Jeff just said.
2:18 left.
That's his fifth or the team fifth?
That should be his fifth.
That's what I thought you said.
I've had it on here.
That's his fourth.
All right.
Okay, and that's fine, too.
Let's hit our free throws here.
But you got Longcore with 2 free throws. I don't think you want anybody else on the line besides him.
Boy, I thought that was his, and more importantly, with him being the three-pointer, hitting 3 in the first half, including that 4-pointer, I thought that was a silly foul.
That's a 5-point lead with 2:18 to go.
Yep.
Longcore has one more. Whitfield and Rico stay in the lane with the 4 Ironmen.
2-possession game.
There you go.
Oh, and I think I do the 1-2-2 3/4 court. Yeah. Slow it up. Coming up.
Timeout
taken.
You know what
I mean? Then jump into the man.
2:18 left with a timeout. Blue Devils 45, Ironmen 39. Back here, MeccaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And we are back discussing who plays who after. Of course, the winner of this.
Let's wait 2:18.
Well, I'm not talking about us winning. I'm just saying the winner in general. But, yes, I agree with you.
Yeah. We'll talk about that as much as we went in 2 minutes and 18 seconds.
The winners are playing on Monday. We know that.
Yes, sir.
There you go. That's Longo, by the way.
Illinois State, be there.
That's Pettit.
Huh?
Illinois State, be there.
Yes, I'll be there.
Well, I've got my sister's house. We can stay in.
We're always doing that. I'll be there. Who sang that?
Michael.
I'll be there. It was an old timer in the 60s and 70s.
Come on, Blue Devils.
Here we go. 2:18 left.
Well, yeah,
Quincy
we got 2:18 to defend. I like the 3/4 court.
Yes,
but,
I do.
You've got them up there, and they're in man. And 3/4
Trying to set a Whitfield's at the point. That was Clay and BL3. Deep as Rico and Keyshawn.
Over and back.
All 3 points have to go over.
Yep. Ball in both feet.
Yes.
Heck, I don't know that. Shoot.
2 minutes left. Here it is, 45-39. Burdett's going to fire a three. He hits it from the left side. Ouch. Burdett hasn't hit him. He does. It's a three-point game.
Well, he's the outside shooter that you got to fight because he had 17 against Rocky.
45-42, Devils will lead in the basketball. 140 left in this one. What you expect in a super sectional game? I checked that, a sectional final game. That too. BL3 through the legs, hesitates, goes left side. Clay's going to pull it for three. 21-footer, no good.
God, we don't need that.
I would agree with you.
Silly foul, 90 feet from the basket.
Rico, yep. Because now the ball moves that 85 feet
and
minus
the
15.
Clock stops.
Yep.
Well, we got 2 shots down here on the other end. You can't do that.
And more importantly,
especially 90 feet from the basket.
Well,
and Rico's in there with 3 fouls, so if he gets his 4th, okay. Problem is, it was Keyshawn with his 4th. 128 left. Coming down here, Osborne will shoot. He has not shot yet tonight. First half.
That's the freshman right there.
6 out of 7 for Nome Community in the first half. Second half, they are 2 out of 3 right now. Make that 3 out of 4. They'll have one more. Both teams shooting free throws the last 128 of this one.
Well, you see a lot of apprehensive, Devil fans down there, with their hands and not clapping and whatever. They're thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen like last year?
Second one,
We're good. Smart possession.
45-44. Devils are the lead in the basketball. Wires is back in. Wires with the basketball across half court. Wires gets away from a three team, yeah.
Team, what's that?
I'm trying to keep going. What is that? It wasn't a threesome. And I'm down there. I thought Andy was going to call the timeout. I know it. I'm sorry. That's why you heard me. That's why you heard me hesitate because I wasn't sure what I was.
Team.
There we go.
They had him trapped. Why would you foul? But we'll take it. We're shooting up 1 with 1:17 to go.
45-44. Of course, the fans down here for the Ironmen are way down here on this end.
Yeah, all 100 of their fans that are here tonight.
Well, I mean,
they did throw a nice section up behind
yes,
here.
Yes, they do.
Well,
I did see that.
You wonder with Wires, with his ankle, will he be able to lift and shoot?
He might be coming out after
Done a pretty good job, actually.
Well, yeah, you got to get.
Cam hit the first one.
No.
His second was no good right from the start. 46-44.
That was way ugly.
Keyshawn came up, knocks the ball out of bounds.
Oh, my goodness. We got lucky there, didn't we?
It was, and the thing is, if he'd have been a little quicker, he might have got a steal. But with him coming out and knocking the ball out, that could have been foul number 5.
Well,
yeah.
Now again, getting Whitfield in, on the defensive end, for the last, 111. That's good.
Ironman triggered the ball. Osborne. Rico goes out and commits the foul.
Not very smart.
Hey, we're all coaches here. Keyshawn's got 4 fouls. What are you doing as the opposing coach? I'm throwing it in down deep to see if I can get a 5th foul on him.
Especially at the big boy.
Yeah.
And I would, on my side, I'd probably put Rico on him instead of Keyshawn. But now Rico's got 4. But if somebody's going to foul out, probably better than, I shouldn't say better one or the other.
All right, minute 10. We're up 1 with normal shooting to tie it.
Hey, and Cam's at about 70 at best.
With his ankle?
Yeah.
Well, I thought a little higher than that maybe.
Well, no.
I have all the movement tonight.
Look at him now. He's at about 70.
Trying to stretch it out. Second one by Osborne. Reynolds in and out. 1-point lead, 46-45. 105 and counting.
Because you know how this game's going through.
Get across half court. There we are. BL3 gets it to Don Play. Across to Whitfield. Come to your passes.
Yeah, we don't need to score.
Yep. And crisp. BL3 gets it.
I'm thinking.
Why are you fouling him?
And Smith did it too.
Yeah.
Now that is definitely 5.
Yes. Why would you foul our best player?
Because he's the first guy you see and you think you have to have it. Coach, last night we saw where the team that Notre Dame played, Montini, needed to get fouls. So they had 1, 2, or 3 fouls. Then when they were even, didn't need to foul. The game was tied. One of their best players grabbed the girl and fouled, thinking she still had to foul and put him on the line.
Oh.
And I don't think she realized the situation at that time.
It's coaching.
BL3 hits the first free throw.
This is the important one right here.
By the way, Smith fouls out with
that
10 points.
Possession game.
Right, but I'd rather have him shoot a 3 than go in for 2.
Oh, yeah.
And we saw a 3 at the end of that game. And almost a 4. 50.3 seconds left. BL3 connects. 4 for 4 here in the fourth quarter.
Like the three-quarter press. Slow it down. Don't let them get any momentum here.
48, 45. Devils with the lead.
Guard the three-point line.
30-second timeout there by Coach Witzig. He asked where the basketball was going to be. He was told on the far side. We'll just keep it here, folks. No sense going anywhere here. Bills are paid, and this is more important to be sitting here and get your feelings. I got Coach Longo and Coach Pettit over here with 41.7. Devils lead by 3, 48-45. Pettit, yours first.
Well, you got to guard the three-point line. Get out, get after them. You know what I mean? And, make sure you guard the three-point shooters. I haven't been able to, see who they are, but
I'm going inside.
Guard them.
I'm going inside to the big guy. I'm going to try to get the 5th foul on Keyshawn, and I'm going to try to get a bucket and a harm. If not, I get 2 free throws and stops the clock.
And maybe a bucket and 1.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think you're going to go. I don't think they're going to shoot a 3. You're not out of the game yet. You're not desperate yet. 2 points makes that much better, and then basically you're going to have to foul down at the other end, and hopefully they miss one. But I'm going inside to the big boy.
And I don't put Keyshawn on him.
No, you're right, because you don't want Keyshawn. You want him late in the game.
Right. Not that Rico isn't important either. By the way, second sighting of Tom Wamehainer as he came by the other night. And, we talked about the ankle. It reminded us of Wamehainer at Illinois State.
Yep.
Where he came back from that and had a heck of a game, didn't he?
Yes, he did. But then he couldn't play at the state tournament.
Right.
I'll tell you what, let's finish it off. Let's get a steal, go down the other end, dunk it, and it will be done.
A steal in the bucket would finalize this.
41.7. Burdett's going to take the ball out.
Way back.
Wires
in the
is right in front.
I think you're going to go inside.
Now he comes across the court and brings it to the right side. Here he is getting big. No weak side help, and he doesn't look for the lob. Walker. Now he finally does it.
Oh, my goodness.
He called a block.
He called a block on that. Made the basket. Blue Devils up 1 with 31.5 left, and Normal going to the basket.
You know what I expected? Now, of all times to do the fall, was not the time, but I expect them to call a flop because I've been seeing that the last few weeks. That's in the rules this year.
Flopping.
Which I don't like the rule. Either call it a block or a charge.
See Coach Bruno over there giving the traveling sign.
Well, that and, when he gets the ball down low, you better have somebody there attacking it down low.
Yeah.
As the big guy.
And, kudos to the coach for getting it inside. Now we need a miss.
Wrong guy to be guarding.
No.
And it goes in. We got a tie ball game here, folks. 48-48, 30 seconds left. Devils bringing it down court on the far end. Look for the last shot. Obviously, you can call a timeout, too. You've got, look up on the board, where are my timeouts?
I think Andy will call a timeout with about 13.
BL3 out at half court. Osborne coming out there. Almost could have been called for a little hand check reaching out. Rico, don't go get an offensive foul. Right side Wires. Wires drives, stops. Kicks it out. It was touched, but I thought it was touched by the Ironmen. Wow, a save.
No. It would not have counted.
Wow, the ball hit the floor. I was surprised BL3 got to it. It was touched by the Ironmen, but I thought they would have got the ball. So no shot, and we're going OT as it's 48-48 in regulation.
And I know you're thinking timeout, but I'm thinking if you get into your set, and roll it up.
Well, I was watching.
And go for there, but they didn't execute.
I was watching Andy, and if he looked like we were going to get in any type of trouble, he was going to call a timeout. But they backed off a little bit, and then we just sort of I used the word helter-skelter there.
Well, that save by Longcore went out into a crowd, which was a little scary. Luckily, it wasn't on the offensive end for the Ironmen.
I don't know if they would have had enough time to get that ball up court if they stole that.
No, not at all.
Doug's still calling the traveling down there on the big man. And, of all times during the game, I thought 2 or 3 times Walker dropped the shoulder once, dropped it again. Good plays on both guys, but on that second or third, you got to take a charge. Not sure that's the one, and especially, like I said, the flop rule's in there this year.
Right.
And at Blue Devil Gym, that was the one where Moline,
yes,
they called a flop on Moline. On the other end, it was a charge with Taylor.
Have we been to overtime this year?
Yes, but I'm trying to think when.
Couple of shout-outs for you, sir.
It was what?
Some shout-outs? Yeah, we're going to overtime, people.
Oh, I thought I just saw camera.
48-48. 1 4-minute overtime to try to get a winner.
Kelly Kane watching from Florida. Is that what I saw?
Kelly Hoskins or Kelly Kane?
Kelly Kane watched from Florida, and the Baileys are watching in Kansas City.
That's awesome.
Awesome. 4 minutes are on the board now. Rico's going to have to go jump it against Walker. Rico was going to try to get him up early.
I think Rico can out-jump him. Close.
Just barely. Walker got it. Osborne's in there. Nauer. Burdette. Checking that last player out over on the other side.
You called it. Rico's on him.
Caston.
Keyshawn's out.
Inside. Looking. No, they're not going to get it. Burdette starts to make a drive. The left hand. Good defense. Walker got the weak side rebound. Walker gets the putback. 50-48. Ironmen with the lead.
Well, you got to have Keyshawn in there against
Yes, you do.
In the half-court set, BO3 pulls up for three. Good! Bradley Longcore, ice in his veins. Brought to you by WoodmartBuildingCenter.com. Devils take the lead 51-50. This is when the gamers come out. Osborne at the top, high-low pass, no good. Longcore saved it, which was a good idea. It was going to go out of bounds, but those are the ones you're not sure about.
Right.
Well, as long as you have another guy with the white, jersey on, throw it to him.
BO3, inside 3 minutes. Steps back with a little 16-footer. No good. Inside on the board. Walker goes over Rico. Rico's got to step him back.
Right.
Walker went up with his height.
I wouldn't have called that. I think it was a clean tip to himself.
It was a great one. When you're that tall, if you can go straight up and take the ball from the other guy. Oh, Dom Clay with a steal from cross court. And Clay was going to take it all the way in. Nauer commits the foul, his third. And these go into the overtime. So everybody's shooting 2 shots.
Oh, okay. It carries over. They don't start over in overtime.
So Dom Clay, everything you've got in the last quarter, your fouls.
Carries over.
Everything comes into the postgame.
But you get a timeout, don't you?
Yes, an extra one.
You get an extra timeout.
I like Dom being at the line because he might be our best free
Good
throw
anticipation on stealing that pass, too.
Although I think Loncore's still in the mid-80s. Clay misses the first one. He'll have one more.
Maybe I should shut up.
Hey, more importantly, the second one's more importantly. As we've always said, the most important shot is the next one. Any play. Soccer, same way. If you're thinking about the last play, it's going to mess up your next. Clay hits it.
All right, that's a big bucket. One possession game. I don't think they're going to shoot a 3.
52.
I like the
50.
press here.
1-2-2. Milton Whitfield in the point. Cameron Wires comes over to half court. He's out there with Dom Clay. Burdette losing the ball. It's on the floor. Good job of Cam Wires. Grabs the ball. And that's one of those ones where Walker was trying to grab it. Now the official doesn't need to yell.
No,
Dom
I
Clay,
agree with
settle
you.
it down. You made the call.
Right.
Both guys are excited. You got 2:24 and it's a 2-point game. So don't turn and yell at the guy because Cam was there, took the ball away from Walker, which scared me because Walker turned and dunked it. And 2 guys, he was just clearing out and getting hammered on his arm. I don't think anybody yelled or did anything wrong.
No.
Either team.
Now, were you here? You obviously did the game. Was Joe West refereeing the other night? It looked like him on TV, but maybe it wasn't.
Not sure. I'll have to double check that. I'm not sure who the officials were. Cam with his first free throw. Oh, off the back of the iron.
It's all right. It's still a 1-possession game.
You like to because it puts them up by 2 possessions. Shout out to Jakai as Wire's second one. Oh, bounces all the way around and stays in.
Used all the rim.
53-50, Devils by 3, jump back in the 1-2-2.
I'd love to see a steal here.
Well,
Whitfield.
make sure you're guarding 3-point
At that point, almost a travel. And there, Dom just trying to get around his man. That was Brown who came up to get the ball. As he went around, made a little bump, but Burdette in the backcourt did not get called, so Dom, only his second foul. There's that other foul I had earlier on. 2 shots, as we mentioned, with 2:13 left. At the line will be Jarrell Brown. First one goes in. He'll have one more. 53-51. Clay and Whitfield at the low blocks. Dom Clay and BL3 talking about who's got the shooter. Doesn't matter, both of them went in.
I'm surprised there's people sitting. I thought everybody be standing right now.
Well, it's not Wrigley Field. That's what we do in that last inning or two.
Wrigley. Is that in Chicago?
What's that?
Is that Wrigley Field ahead in Chicago? They have baseball up there?
Indeed. Jim Hummert was up there, I saw, and he needs to stop by there. 2:10 left and counting. Devils lead by 1, 53-52. Osborne's going to pick up BL3 at half court. Bradley going to work, keep the closely guarded away from him. They kept that going even though Bradley backed off. At least you don't have to worry about that line that we had to run into.
Oh,
you
remember
had to go
that?
in and out, yes. BL3 almost getting double teamed. Back to Whitfield. Milton will have to get it with a good pass back to his man each time. Whitfield does not need the shot.
Thank you.
Skipped all the way over left side.
He thought about it.
Yes, he did.
Coach Brunner in that front row was probably saying not the time either.
He's going to jump on and grab him.
Wires with 90 seconds left. Off the left side, he's got an hour on him. Starts to make a drive in, comes back out.
We don't need to score here. Hey, 124, get the backdoor cut, the layup, and or the free throws.
BL3 had passed it and back to Wires. That's where, like, when Cameron started to make that step, don't get caught dragging a foot or something. Know what you're doing and keep your dribble otherwise. 1:10 left in the game, in overtime.
It's a chess game here. Who's going to call the timeout?
Dom Clay had half court now. Double team comes, left side Wires.
Or who's going to make the mistake?
Yeah.
BL3 comes out, because that is a tough thing, holding on to a basketball.
Yeah, oh, my God.
Dom Clay takes it down in the corner, but before he gets there, fouling him is Chase Caston. It'll be his third foul. In that first half, both teams really played some good ball without fouling.
Well, yeah.
I only saw a couple fouls on Notre Dame on Quincy High, and 4, I think, or 5 on Normal Community. This one, I got a whole bunch of dark spots.
Blue Devils by 2.
Dom with it.
Well, he makes this. It's a 1-point game, and they have to shoot the 3, coming down. So, guard the 3-point line and go from there.
I think.
Get rid of that 3 up there. We're at 54, the 54 up there. I like that. Second one up. Good. Dom Clay hits 2 for 2. He's 3 for 4 in the overtime. 55-52. Devils in their 1-2-2. Whitfield at the point. Clay, Cameron at half court. Back down to 45 seconds. Ball tipped and stolen.
Away.
Dom Clay with a tip. BL3 with a steal. And a foul in the backcourt. Now, Osborne wasn't going to foul. He was just trying to put his hands out to find his man, and he gets called for the foul. Osborne now with, check that, not Osborne, but Caston. There was my extra foul.
There it was.
The Smith foul that would have fouled him out was actually Caston's, and he commits the 5th foul with 40.1 left in this game.
Now you got to start Normal thinking 3. If he makes this, you're not at a 2-point possession. You're at a 3-point.
Gotta make the free throws.
Yeah, gotta make free throws.
Off the back of the iron. Bradley at that 80% clip.
Well, this is the big one here, because you make this, you're not gonna foul 3-point line. If you do,
second
one good shot.
That's 40 seconds left. Timeout, Blue Devils.
1 for 2 for Longcore.
Good timeout by Coach Douglas to talk to kids and say, okay, you're up by 4. No fouls on the 3-point line, but push them out as far as you can.
Exactly.
And in this overtime, we started off with BL3's 3-pointer. It was BL3's, yes. Since then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free throws. Now it is 5 for 8, but still that's 5 key points there with I don't know if I like the clock not running, but still, you're getting the lead here. Other side, we've got 1 basket and 2 free throws.
I'm going to see if I can call this. I think they're going to shoot a 3. I think they're going to try to make this a 1-point game.
Well, I think they're going to, come down and get the best shot they can. Because you make the 2, you press it out. If they get it in, foul immediately and go down and see if it'll happen. But
what you don't want to do is when you're coming out to hedge or help on a screen, if it was one, or coming around, do not go hard, because if a guy hits a 3 and makes it a 4-point play, we don't want that.
Bless you.
Oh.
That's what happened.
Couple weeks.
That's what happened in Notre Dame girls the game before state. The girl hit a 3 at the buzzer.
I like the press here, too.
1, 2, 2.
You're going to run off about 8-10 seconds. We dropped off, but that's okay.
Nauer brings it down. Cameron picks him up. 35 seconds as they cross the timeline. Gets it into Burdett. Fakes the screen. Oh, Rico almost steps up for a steal. He got there, but tipped the ball away. I think his eyes were looking already down at the rim. 27.9.
There you go, timeout.
Timeout taken on the other side. Boy, he has done a good job. And, Keyshawn in this game getting to the lanes, taking the steals, but Rico, his defense has been pretty dang solid.
Yep.
You know, we haven't seen Jarius Rice. He was going to be another guard to help us out. He was there at the half, ready to go in with 3 guys and never got in.
And hasn't been in.
And no, because we got that Whitfield is a guard forward. So, again, he makes that change. You move BL3 to the point guard. You lose ball handling, so it's nice to have Cam back in the ball game. 27.9.
You know, it gets down to, you know, how much Cam's been able to play, why Darius is not in there.
And he's done a great job tonight.
And Cam, thank goodness he's come up, and he'll be a little sore tomorrow. We all are. We're sore normally after a game.
It's different because you got to turn around Monday now. That's very unusual. I don't like the state tournament Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Well, no, I do, because what they've changed is it used to be now the third place is all on one day. It isn't anymore.
Right.
And so you're instead of being there and gone the same day,
you get to spend the night and play that third. Like the Notre Dame girls are going to play the third place game tonight.
Right now. Actually, they're playing right now. Okay. Washington was up 25-20, I think Frank said.
Who was up? Washington?
Hold on. Frank got it to me, but I was paying attention to this game.
We're here, right here.
Ironmen inbound it to Walker. Walker, the backdoor cut. A good cut from the backside. Wow, Brown.
Good, very good.
It went to the high post. Walker turned. You saw the backdoor coming, and I thought we actually saw it too.
And defended it well. He was short. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul because he was sort of semi-undercut a little bit, but that's all right. We're up 2 with 24 seconds to go.
24-4, 56-54.
Nice out of bounds play by Whitson.
Very, very nice.
You know what I mean? The backdoor cut, splashing up to
I'm going back to the Leggett days.
Well, yeah.
You got plays, and you work this at practice. Say, hey, we're down 4.
Yeah.
We need a bucket. This is a play we're going to run, and they ran it.
By the way, Coach Bearden, I got that there. It's a, hey, how about a 3-team? I go, yeah. All right, that is a double team, 3-team. I got you there. So, I don't know, I kind of like mine too, and I think more people laughed at mine.
Come on, people, get up off the bleachers. Come on, we need you here this last 24 seconds. A lot. I think you might see Normal try to steal the ball on the inbounds pass and then foul right away. I don't think you can afford to let 8, 9, 10 seconds run off the clock if you're Normal.
We got to get the ball in the long court.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And go from there.
Let's get
Not yet.
Let's get a full court shot on that as we're getting people checking in. Wires comes across and a foul in the backcourt by Jarrell Brown, his third. So we'll head the other way. Cam Wires will shoot 2. He's 1 for 2.
Well, and you hope he can stroke down 2.
You want a wider view?
Yeah, we actually need to get down where the free throws are at.
Oh, sorry.
I had a couple people just say, leave it on the full court and don't move it. Yeah, leave it right there. Actually, bring yourself back over here, Coach, a little bit in that corner, and we'll leave it for the last 22.4. Thank you, sir. Wires first one, no good. Boy, these are the ones where you can make it a 2-possession game.
Well, I'm going.
22.4.
You're good right there.
56-54. Second one, good.
Big free throw.
Wires 1 for 2. 57-54. Little pressure in the backcourt, 20 seconds left. Burdett comes across the timeline. Wires is on him. Wires takes the ball, gets it, calls timeout. Great job, Cam Wires. He timed it just right on the floor. You do not steal at the guy's hand. He knocked it loose, immediately turned around on his butt and said, timeout. Now I like when the players call it. Well,
yeah.
Wait a minute, they always call it.
We were talking about that off the air. That was a great defense. And again, like I said, our defense is what's going to win this game, and that might be the play of the year right there, that steal.
14 seconds exactly. 57-54. Got to be really good on your pass end. First of all, the little things. If you're setting a screen, don't move. We do not need an offensive call on that to turn it the other way. Also, your pass, somebody's got to come to the ball, 2 hands, and if you see a double team, I'm sorry. If you got somebody close, get it to them.
Right.
But don't get freaked out by the double team and throw it to a passing lane.
I'd almost throw it in all the way down here.
Dom's going to trigger it in. Wires gets it in the backcourt. Burdett guarding him. Wires backs it up and then gets pushed in the backcourt. That will be the 4th foul on Jarrell Brown. Wires will go back to the line where he's been 2 for 4 in the overtime. 3 for 6 on the day, so.
1 free throw and this game's over.
Yeah, big free throws coming up.
Yeah, 1 free throw and this game's over.
9.4 seconds left.
I'd rather see 2.
We're not charging.
I'd be okay with that too.
You know, because of 3 and somebody getting fouled and hitting it, you got an opportunity to tie it up.
Cam hits his first one.
Now 2 of them, it ain't going to happen.
54. And by the time a guy brings it down and even lays it for 2, you take it out of bounds and let the clock run out. Now, if it was college where the ball clock stops when it goes through the net, it's a little different.
We're good. We're good here.
Second one.
Game.
Cam gets 2 for 2.
Game over.
Good job. 59-54. Wires in the backcourt. Burdett with 8 seconds. He picked his dribble up way too soon. Dom steals it. He'll give it to Cam. Cam throws it up to, Cam throws it up to Dom, who gets one more score. And the Devils run out the last 5 points. We're heading to the Super Sectionals, folks.
See you Monday night.
61-54. Woo! Burdett got stopped by Wires with one jab, and he was three-quarter court down there and had nowhere to go. Tried to make the pass. Cam stole it. Check that. Dom stole it. Passed to Cam and had a 2-on-1.
2 steals late in the game. Defense, defense, defense. Jack McKinson said it best. Offense puts fans in the stands. Defense wins championships.
You got that right. That came from football at Quincy College on the defensive side. No, that came from many places, many times, many sports.
He didn't invent it, but he sure lived by it.
You got it. 61-54. Devils with a victory. Great game from everybody out there. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of key high points in this ball game. We'll be talking about them, of course, in the Hardy's postgame show.
Look at a young man from Normal.
Where's that?
Love it. Picking up all the trash from his bench. I love it. Good for that young man.
Yep. Because, again, outside of basketball, it's how we handle things.
Amen. Yeah, you're so true in that.
For some reason,
what have we got going on
we
here?
got fans, and it's their own fans. Is it not? Now here come the cops. I'm going to tell you what the cops we saw during the holiday tournament were about 6'4", and they were some strong guys. I'm not really sure what's happening here.
Well, there's all normal people right there.
Right.
That's not Quincy
people. I don't know if they're normal. If you're fighting after a ball game amongst your own people. Anyway, let's take away from that here. And our final score is 61-54. Woo! It started out here at 7 o'clock. After one quarter, Normal led 14-11. At halftime, Normal led 27-26. After 3 quarters, the Devils led 36-34. After 4 quarters, we're tied 48-48. And it went down to an extra 4 minutes a game. And the Blue Devils advancing. And look, we've been talking, we're cutting down the nets. We talked about that with Clayton, and they've stopped doing that because the schools are afraid to put kids on a ladder with scissors. So he comes out with the volleyball. They're going to take it down themselves and then hand them to him. So
sort of takes the fun out of it.
Well, when you get down, everybody starts clipping things off.
That's true.
But I agree with you as well. How many people have actually fallen off the ladder during those times?
To be honest with you, at the state soccer tournament, they don't let the fans come out on the field. And I think that's wrong. The kids can't leave the field to go celebrate with the fans. It's about the kids. It's not about, well,
I understand why they don't let us run out of the stands.
Let's let us celebrate. This is awesome.
Oh, indeed. 61-54.
Yeah, 54.
Good job, Lep. We stopped them at 54. And the picture is going to be right in front of us. I'll tell you what, this is one of the few times I actually get to pull up and take a picture while they're still on the court. We're up here so many times. I'll tell you what, I got so many people sending messages. They've bogged my thing down where I can't get into my camera.
You're probably going to. Good. How are you? Good seeing you.
I'll get there before. Don't worry.
You got Monty.
Oh, Monty Krogman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to him earlier before the ball game. He's at the concession. I hid behind somebody and yelled, Krogman, let's get this line moving. He freaked out a little bit. Wow, good stuff. So now we do play Monday. Who was that coach we're playing on Monday?
Don't know yet.
That game's going on tonight, right?
Yeah.
All the games are today. Tonight, today.
All I know is it'll be Downers Grove or who's the other one? Because Downers Grove beat Bolingbrook.
I don't care who
Here you go, folks.
I don't care who they throw at us.
Monday, 7:30, ISU. The winner of Benet Academy and Downers Grove North. We said that. We just don't know who yet. And on the other side of the brackets, all Chicago. Actually, all the way down in Chicago. and that's why it is and why 4A. That's why we're down here.
And there's 3 games that day up there? There's 3 games that day at that arena.
I would think there'd be more.
That's what Chet's
well, the super sectionals are
no,
up there.
like there's a 1A and there's 2A and there's 2A, 3A, 4. There's 3 games that night. That's my understanding.
Well, now wait a minute.
That'll be this weekend.
No, that did happen last year. Remember, what game did we watch? The 1A, 2A Yorkville, and that was around our Quincy High super sectional.
Yeah, I
up
think
there. It was 2 games that year.
So yeah, there'll be 2 games, at most.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
I don't know how you could get 3 in. You'd have to start at 3 o'clock.
All I care is that there's 1 game,
and that's us. And that's us.
Hey, by the way, Wellman, Longo, Pettit, Longo, an extended version. We went overtime, didn't charge you anymore for that overtime. It's free, and if it's free in the 4, then we charge you double in the 4-minute overtime there. We have no way of doing that, by the way. As a great win out here. Now the Blue Devil families are coming out there. As you can see them out there on the court. Mike Bowen's walking down here. He's happy. Mrs. Sparks, she's there a lot of times, and Mrs. Sparks is always out there with Mrs. Bruner when she got, in fact, Mrs. Bruner got Mrs. Sparks into bus driving. So played volleyball. She played volleyball at the CYO too.
Steve Luton doing some stuff?
No, he's not, but it was funny. I told him before the game, I saw a camera, something last night when I got home at late, 1:30 or whatever, and I saw a cameraman, and it looked like Steve's body. And then he said, oh, you mean chiseled? And I said, yes. I said, it wasn't giving me a Chris Dewar, show me your muscles. And I said, I thought you came back. And so, no, he did the 1 year, and he said it was 1 year, yesterday, I believe, that he was done. So there you go. Hey, I'll take that as a early birthday present.
Is that Bear?
That is Bear. As he said, the other night he was down here talking to his brother Jerry and Trish, and I told Keith, I was up on Wednesday, I take my day off, and what do? I go to Sycamore. And as I went into NIU's campus with the snow blowing sideways and everything, I shot Keith a message and said, hey, did Bear play at Chick Evans Fieldhouse? It's a field house.
Did he?
The roof starts here, and it goes almost from the ground to the ground, and took him a while because he did not have that one quick like he has everything else. But through the day, then he shot me a message and said, yes, he did. And he goes, he was down there the other day. And I said, he was down there last night. We missed him. But in that same conversation, as we're in Sycamore, Keith says, I was there when I was 13 for my brother's wedding. Jerry, Patricia, or Trish Larson is from Sycamore.
Oh, okay.
So I did not get to see her tonight down here to tell her that, so I thought I'd share everybody else out there.
You're just like an encyclopedia.
Yeah, watch out. The Britannica.
You're just
the World Book, baby.
Look at all the Quincy fans enjoying this.
You mentioned that, though. John Ortworth, love him to death.
Yes.
One day on the golf course, I am giving all this information to him, and John looks at me and he goes, where do you come up with all this stuff? From your class, J.O. So, hey, let's do this. Let's close the regular portion of our ball game. Hey, it's so exciting, but we're going to be right back as the Blue Devils take it to overtime. We'll advance to the Super Sectional. Your final score here at Collinsville. Our second home, now 7-0 this season. 6-0 at the conference here. And it's 61 for the Blue Devils, 54 for the Ironmen. And it's been Blue Devil basketball right here on mechasportsco.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
This game is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co. You can find us at mechasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@mechasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/mechasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
And back in the Hardee's postgame show, brought to you by Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, and that's Brian Harms. We thank him through the entire season. We've enjoyed it, and we still got some more season to go, and I love that as well. Boy, you love it when you watch a guy do his math. You know, Jim Roberts had one, Moyers told me about. He would count it along the way, so this would be a 2, this would be 4, this would be 6, adding all the way up.
Oh.
That throws me off, though.
I don't know if I could do that.
No, but what he was he was by himself so much and didn't have enough breaks, so he had to be ready for the postgame show.
He was really good, though, too.
Oh, yes, I love Jim Roberts there and had fun. He's out in Vegas, I'm sure, still. Jim Peacock, as he was actually his real name.
Oh, it is?
Yes, it is. See, things you didn't know. Here, World Book is coming out.
I am 65, and I'm learning something every day.
I'm going to have to double-check my scoring here.
Coach Longo.
Hey, Coach.
How you doing? Hey,
good.
Talk to me a little bit here.
Dennis Douglas, great to see you, Bear.
Hey, what's going on?
Let me ask you, as a former player, what does this mean? What does this mean?
To them kids, it's going to mean everything.
Right.
I mean, and they played. They deserve it.
They played good
hard.
defense.
They did. They made a few mistakes, missed a lot of free throws.
Yeah, down the stretch.
Improved.
But I just don't think people realize how hard it is to do this. Everybody thinks, we're Quincy and we're going to – it's tough.
No, there's no automatic wins. You got to go out and play every game, and you got to play until it's over.
And now what's life got you doing now?
I'm down here in St. Louis area, actually.
Oh, good for you. Like it?
Yeah, it ain't Chicago.
Well, we just talked about my conversation with Keith on Wednesday.
Yeah, he texted me,
I'm up there in the DeKalb Sycamore area, and I said, hey, did Bear play at Chick Evans Fieldhouse?
Yeah, we used to have the Chick Rocket, me and Kenny and Rodney, a lot of the players from in that area. So, yeah,
that was some good stuff. That's a neat campus, too. I'd never been there before. We came through there, and, of course –
oh, yeah, they've done a lot of changes since I've been up there.
A big Convocom Center. Is that where the basketball's at now?
Yeah, they got a great facility now.
Big circle, and I'm not sure what it looks like compared to, like, the pro ones and everything, but
it's a great facility.
What year was that?
When I was up there? You trying to ask me my age? Is that what he's trying to do?
Yeah, I think he is there, too. So how are you doing?
No, well, I've never asked your age.
Well, I'm younger than all y'all up here, so.
Well, it's awesome to see not only the Quincy fans, but former players, and you know what Quincy basketball means around the state and around the country.
It's a lot of tradition, and I mean, and it's the community thing.
Yes.
I mean, you know, Jeff, Dave, we grew up with these guys, and, you know, they keeping the tradition going, and looking forward to Monday night.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I'm hoping to, yeah.
Now, Bear, when you watch the game as a fan, Pettit still got you. He got you. He got you. He can let you. When you're a fan and you're a Blue Devil fan and you're sitting out there and it's getting close like that, you know, I mean, are you gut-wrenched or you're like, no, we think we can pull this one out? Or both?
I'm actually trying to coach a little bit. I'm screaming at him.
Jaden Smith did that a couple years ago down here. He was on the far corner on the other side of the court, and he was out a couple times talking to the team. You know, and that's a lot of guys he played with too, Jaden.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was pretty cool seeing him down there.
Yeah, it was you know, missed a lot of free throws, so, you know, and they turned the ball over just mistakes they normally don't make.
Especially early.
Yeah,
there were
early
a little bit of jitters, but and I thought, and I said it, I think once he went to that full court press, that changed the whole dynamics of the game.
Yeah, it did.
And he's smart. And he's good at what he does. He's good with the kids. He's good for the community.
And, you know, hats off to Normal. They, you know.
Good ball team.
Oh, yeah.
And they've been different all three times we faced them. 3 years ago, they were a different team. Last year, good guard. A couple good guards. They had another big guy in there that was a good team, and that was different than this team.
If you beat them, you beat a good team. If you beat them, you beat a good team.
Indeed. You know? So, good stuff out here. Now, will Keith get to come up to it? I know he can't travel. Usually he says.
He probably won't make it. He'll be watching. I can guarantee.
Unless he gets somebody to pick him up and take him.
Oh well, that ain't no problem.
We saw you last year at Moline. Remember at Wharton Fieldhouse?
Yeah.
You guys showed up there. So.
No, he'll probably just be there at home watching it. I may go up there this weekend tomorrow and see him.
Well, you know what? Let me ask you this too. How did you find Northern? Speaking of there, Billy Gay. And by the way, I don't know.
A shout out for
Jason, right?
Jason,
I just heard something about that before, and I didn't want to mention it on the air. But Jason has gotten paralyzed waist down?
Yeah, he's got some issues. You might know a little bit more. I've just read on Facebook.
That's what I mean.
He went in, and he's from the belly down. I know there's a GoFundMe, so go look it up on his wife's page or go to Jason's page. There's a lot of information on that.
I mean, great athlete, great guy, great kid too, and all that. And so we saw him throughout the season, and I mentioned that. Of course, I mentioned to him, said, "Hey, listen, thank you." He said, "For what?" He said, "We played a lot of ball," and I said, "I got a chance to play with you, even though I was an old guy at Chaddock." And we started the ball game off, and he was down in the corner, and I kind of glanced, and you don't have to say a word. And as soon as I got the ball to check it in, I just threw it up to the rim, and he came down the baseline with a two-hand dunk, and I went, man, that made me look good. It made Jason look a lot better, too. So our best wishes out there, our prayers as well. And, you know, Billy ain't too bad a ball player still, too. I think he could still play.
He probably can. I can't, but he probably can.
I was going to ask you that.
No.
So many people are talking about our teams in the past and joking, and someone said, and you can't, again, you can compare teams all you want, but each one is in their own time
totally
capsule,
different.
and it's a time because I'll take some of them old teams who went 2 classes and say, boy, we were tough too, and that's where we were at as well until they went to the 3-4 classes and all that. But it's fun. But Kevin DeForest had a great comment. He was a great swimmer out of St. Louis, Mizzou's first Hall of Fame swimmer, but he came to Quincy at Sheridan, and he played basketball with me and McGaffey, Jody Shoup, and a bunch of guys on a traveling team, made his stuff better. He's in Colorado right now as a folk singer on his spare time. All of his time, I think. And he made a comment after someone said, hey, what would you do if the team back then played the team now? And everybody's doing that. Well, then he came up with the idea. He said, well, I think it'd be a good game because those guys from yesteryear are in their 60s now. So he gave the teams back in the day some good compliments, and you should, because I'm going to tell you what, we had some great and really what it's all about is what we do in the past, we pass it on to the next generation. It's all about that.
And we forget about that. We forget about the tradition doesn't start today. It started years and years ago, and people want to be part of that. You started it. People build on that. These kids will remember this.
I went to all my brother's games, so they started it.
Yep, Darryl back in the 75 games too. Before
my brother Jerry played.
Yep, Jerry played in the early 70s, right?
Yep.
And so, and a ball player, and of course, Darryl was a heck of a player, football too, as he went on to Purdue and played. So, some good stuff out there. By the way, Coach, you mentioned that too. I'm going to segue into your sport because I got a text today or an email saying, and from a gentleman in Quincy that said, do you know that the current people that come into Q to play soccer know nothing about the tradition of the 60s and the 70s and all this?
That built the foundation.
Yes, and I said, you know, it's a shame. I said, I'll tell you one way to do that. I said, 1 hour elective course, Quincy College Soccer.
Have you been following Frank Can?
That's who it is, actually.
Yeah,
who
Frank
made it.
is doing a great job with that. He's doing it. Every sport should have that. It's the older generation, our generation, that always look back and say, man, what a foundation we built for these kids to have this today. I mean, if you had some of the stuff that these kids have today, it'd be a totally different story as far as what. But you survived because it was so cool to be part of it. You know, a coach in that school system for 32 years, to see them win this sectional the sectional and advance to the super sectional. It's pretty cool.
Well,
it makes you feel good.
Down the state and do it all.
Yeah.
And hopefully they're going to win it all this year.
And it is hard. Brad Hoyt has always said this. Winning is hard. And if you want to win at the end of the year, we've always said there's only 2 teams that end the season with a win, the champion and the third place team. So, you cannot feel bad when you lose because you got to go, look, we put our efforts out there, and there you are. Once the game's over, move on. And I think this team did a great job, and I think people feel pretty darn good now that we've kind of, I won't say avenged last year's because last year was a fluke. I brought it up twice all year because somebody else brought it up to me because I said, look, that was last year. Let's talk about that in 30 or 40 years when you have a reunion or something like this. There's no need out here. Hey, by the way, how's Silky doing?
Oh, Bruce is doing great. He's doing great. He just stays busy.
The Reverend Silk. I love it.
He stays busy. He stays busy.
Now, obviously still in Chicago, right? Him and Madge?
Yes.
And his kids are all over. Oh, they're all growing up as well.
Yeah, he's got them on the West Coast. He got them on the East Coast, Florida.
Is that Jay Douglas over there? Yeah, it looked like him. No, somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot, Pettit. Put a headphone on if you're going to say something there, too. That's all right.
Dave, I'm getting ready to go home. I'm only 25 minutes away.
Yeah, you got to hop, skip, and a jump, don't you?
Yeah.
I love it, though. Yeah, we tried to get you the other night when Jerry and Trish were down there talking.
Yeah, I didn't see.
And you went right underneath me. We tried to yell there. And, of course, that was pretty cool.
During the week, work. I got to go work, man. I got to get home and get sleep. You know, when you get old, you got to get some rest.
Please listen to Mecca Sports.
Please listen to Mecca Sports.
Monday night.
Monday night.
You know what?
7:30. Game time.
I love it. Thanks, Bear.
Hey, it's good seeing you.
Good seeing you,
I haven't seen you in a long time.
I know.
Love your family.
Thanks, Jeff.
Indeed.
Thanks, Dave.
Again, we love the Douglases. And, sometimes we always forget before you get off here, after your brothers went through, when it came time of your time, a lot of us kind of said, "Oh, we remember Bear," but they really forget not only your high school career, but
college.
Northern. And Coach Brunner will remind us of that too. He'll say,
"It wasn't too bad."
He said,
"Didn't have too bad of a career." It's hard when you're playing with Bruce and Michael.
Well, and they also mentioned too. And there's another good key: 3 guys, you and Keith and Bruce. Or no, Michael. It was Michael, you and Keith. I think was 700 rebounds or more, right around 700 rebounds in the same era. And that's pretty good when we had Keyshawn pass up Michael this year.
Bruce was up in there too. Bruce probably had that many.
And it might have been all of you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I was behind Bruce.
We'll throw Tony Ball in there too because Tony was up there too. And Tony's one of those guys. He gets passed up so much, and it's a shame because
I forgot Keith. I forgot how many rebounds he had.
Oh, by the way, thanks for mentioning Keith. Can you tell Keith you just went back one more player? He's got 1,425 points. When Keyshawn made his third point, he passed up Keith. So, and Keith says that's fine with me.
I'll let you tell him.
Hey, records are made to be broken.
Yes.
Remember, when you're playing 34 games, you're going to get some points.
Well, I'm sure he's aware of that.
Oh, he is, because he usually sends us messages.
Yes.
And I was surprised he didn't know.
That's why I told you I'll let you tell him that.
And I will do that. Did you hear that, Keith, by the way? So, hey, it's the Postgame Show brought to you by Hardee's. It is Wellman, it's Pettit, it's also Longo, and it's Dennis Douglas, Bear. And it's been a lot of fun out here, too. So
thanks for having me, guys.
You got her, man. And he's going to take a seat. Now he's going to send over the other Douglas when he's done over there, as Andy's right behind him. Dennis will go over there, and so.
Bye, buddy.
Excellent.
Good seeing you. I know. I'm still around.
Hey, let's take a 30-second timeout. When we return, hey, we'll pick a player of the game if we want, or maybe just a team. But it's mechasportsco.com, and it's the Postgame Show as the champions, the sectional champions, your Quincy High Blue Devils, right here on mechasportsco.com.
Mecha Sports Co. is proud to sponsor tonight's player of the game. Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all Quincy High School basketball. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube to follow the action. Just search Mecha Sports Co. MECCASPORTSCO. And you can also find us at mechasportsco.com for the full game schedule and more.
And we are back to the pregame show. Sometimes, and most people will tell you, some of the greatest conversations ever are off the air. I don't know about you and Tim, if you guys had those conversations, but it was always funny because I know Pettit and I do, Beard and I did. In fact, right the way Bruce was saying 3 seconds, and we're still laughing and telling jokes, so when we came out there, you shut it off. Now with us, we'll come in, we might still be talking about something, and that's all good. Is that that's part of local broadcasting and local teamwork. You don't get too hung up on all the other stuff. 61-54 is up on the board. I think I got a picture of that. I guess I should take a picture of that while Coach Pettit, you going to put your headphones on, or you going to wait until Coach Douglas just takes them from you? Coach Pettit's telling you, hey, I've had a long day. I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning driving up from Rockford. Well, how many miles? 15, 20 miles away north to even go to your place? No, wait, you were here, though, because last night we were in there. Normally, Coach Pettit has to drive that long.
You were up in Bloomington last night.
Yep. You know what? That means we got a couple days off. Not really, because we'll sit in front of the computer compounding stats, getting ready.
Have we got a score yet?
On the girls?
No. Well, the girls, yes, Notre Dame, but then who we play?
I don't know, Coach. You want to check that out there, and I will try to check that. Not that Notre Dame was there, but it was in my phone.
I'll do the IHSA site, but sometimes they're really, really late.
IHSA, though, is it better than – Max Prep, hit or miss sometimes.
Boys basketball.
Frank Cash wants some scoring stuff, too. Frank, I will give it to you. Frank, unofficially, if you heard me, 22 points from Longcore, 12 points from Keyshawn, 10 points from Clay, 9 points from Whitfield. I will do that in my wrap. In fact, here we go right with that now as we're waiting for Andy. On the other side for Normal Community, they are now 28-7 on the season. Good season for them. They were led in scoring 20 points, the big guy inside, Colby Walker. He's a load, and he's had 2 blue-collar threes in the ball game as well. Connor Smith hit those 3 trays in the first half, including a 4-point play. He had 10. Then we go to single digits. Jarrell Brown had 7. Trey Burdett had 7. Burdett hit that 3-pointer in the fourth quarter that was crucial for him. Chase Caston, before fouling out with 40 seconds left, had 2. By the way, Connor fouled out at 50.5 seconds. And 2 from Andrew Nauer. And that wraps him up there. So 54 on that side. For the Blue Devils, they were led in score. Bradley Longford III had 22. 12 points
Benet
from Keyshawn
Academy.
Thomas. 10 points from Dom Clay.
That's who
9
we'll get
from
at
Milton
Illinois State.
Whitfield. 5 from Cameron Wires. 3 from Rico Clay Jr. And in the ball game, but not scoring, was there anybody? I would have to say no, which is a good deal. So 61, by the way.
You don't have to talk to me tonight.
Coach Douglas joins us, and of course his comments are brought to you by Kunis Honda, Kunis Hyundai.
I'll talk with you.
Faith, family, and giving back. And so we went from family. We had Dennis join us here. Now we send it off to Andy. And, boy, I tell you what, for the fans, for everybody, for you, stretching it out an extra 4 minutes made it fun. But a little nerve-wracking.
Well, yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm going to need to start getting on that just for men treatment here soon. But, no, man, what a way to pull it out. You know, I look at the entire game, but obviously the end where Key picks up a foul at the end, and whether it was or wasn't, he picked one up and had to sit. And our guys rallied around that. You know, you could see the look on his face like, I let you guys down, but I told him, man, this is where you got to trust your teammates. Whether it's on the floor or off the floor, this is where you need to trust them. And what a job. I mean, Cameron sat out, you know, more than he's used to sitting out there in the second half, really just based on a defensive matchup thing and the way that we were playing. But comes in, gets the nod, calls his number out, and he steps right in and has a direct impact on the game, knocks down a couple free throws, massive tie-up down here that he finds a way to come away with it, and then a steal there at half court. To kind of put the icing on the cake, man. I couldn't be more proud of all of them, man. This is a heck of a game.
Oh, indeed. And Keyshawn, of course, the steals he had run half court. I mean, he's always counting on the rebounds and the strong moves inside. So I thought I saw a lot of good stuff out there. And, I mean, that just was a good ball game all around. When we came back, that's what I was looking for Keyshawn to do in the first half. When Walker took that first time and the second time, go ahead and do the Jeremiah and get the charge. So at that point, I actually thought when you came out, you might put Rico on him in that spot. But still, a good chance. But then he got that call. I thought I might call a flop too. But
right. No, and that's something that we've watched in the 20 game films of them that we've seen. He does dip his shoulder at times, and I give him a lot of credit. He did a really good job of playing straight up and down. He didn't, you know, and to his advantage, he didn't really have to dip his shoulder. A lot of times he caught the ball right inside the paint, and we knew that was a dangerous situation for us, given, you know, 6'10". Against 6'6", you know, that height difference. But, you know, we tried to front him there in the overtime. Rico, I thought, did a really good job of you know, battling, and that's what he does. I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. Rico's going to compete. You know, he almost had a steal. I told him, man, if you would have had that steal, I was probably going to tackle you to prevent you from doing a windmill. But, I mean, just a heck of a game.
Coach Longo, you got some points?
You know what? I'll say this, and I know you'll probably say, I thought you coached a hell of a game. I really did. And I think the press, when you didn't start with it, when you came out with it, it threw them off. And I think when you went your 1-3-1, it threw them off. And people don't see little things like that. They just look at what are we doing. And those two adjustments, and I think that's so important as a coach that you can see that and make that adjustment, and kudos to you for seeing that.
And kudos to the coaching staff too, man. I look to them quite a bit. You know, they throw a lot at me, and they get mad when I don't respond. But when I don't respond, it's my mind's thinking and watching, and my ADD has me all over the place. So it's not that I don't care what they say, but they throw a lot at me. Some of it sticks. I throw a lot at them, and they always have a response one way or the other. And they gave the nod on one throw. I said, hey, what do you think about now? And they're like, man, let's do it. Let's throw them off a little bit. And it definitely did that. I mean, the length that we have, any defense that we're playing, we have guys that are athletic. We have guys that anticipate extremely well, and we showed that in various times throughout the night.
So if we put two columns, offense, defense, what do you think won the game for you?
It's got to be on the defensive end. It's got to be.
I agree.
And that's where this group has hung their hat in the entire – well, not the entire season, the majority of the season. Early on, it wasn't that. And you know, right around that Collinsville time is when they really kicked it up another notch. And I think they had a lot of faith in what they could do on the defensive side of things. Like, oh, man, we are pretty good. I am pretty good. And they've been playing it with so much confidence that it you know, we have 8 different defenses that we can go to, and I'm comfortable with calling every single one of them because of how they play. So I give a lot of credit to our guys, man, to band together in a time where, you know, it could go one way or the other, you know, and it did. They come out and score the first two, and we get settled down. You know, everybody say, hey, calm down, we're good. And Brad comes up with a huge three at the top of the key there off a screen by Rico, and we pull that momentum back and found a way to keep it the rest of the game.
But that also comes from you and the coaching staff and preparing those kids for those situations, and they feel just as confident as you do because they see it in your face and say, you know what, we can do this.
Yeah, and I have a lot of people that, and I told this to our guys, like a lot of people, man, are you feeling pressure? And number one, you feel pressure all the time when you're in this job, but the biggest thing for us and for our guys is the pressure that you feel, it goes down and down and down the more prepared you are. Mm-hmm. And our guys were prepared. They were attentive in practices, you know, leading up to this game. It was a totally different game than we had to play against Alton. We had to switch some things up, especially how we guarded the post. And you know, they paid attention to detail there, and were able to, again, make the big plays that, you know, gave us the nod here in this game.
My last question, because this is new. You got to turn around Monday night.
Yeah.
That's tough, isn't it?
It is.
And it's not unusual because usually it's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And now you got a Saturday, Sunday that you've got to look at some film and figure out what we have to do. Because I've seen you leave that Blue Devil gym late.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're watching film.
Yeah.
And those are the things that people don't see. It's the extra work that coaches put in to get you to this situation.
Absolutely. And I'm not joking when we say all in all, our coaching staff watched dang near every game that Normal played. So there's not enough time to watch all the games again, you know, for our opponent coming up on Monday. But we've already seen them play 2 or 3 times each coach, and we have an idea. Now it's just time to put it together.
Good for you.
Put it together, and we've been practicing Sundays, bringing them in, so they're used to that. If I ever told them, hey, in postseason, we're not coming in Sunday, they would find a way to break in and do it themselves. So it's a driven group, and you know, we wouldn't be here without them being that way.
Hey, I'm happy for you.
Man,
you know I
appreciate it.
And the good news is we're playing on Monday, and I love that. Blue Devil fans, get you ready to go. Hey, do you want to change the venue down to Collinsville for the Super Sectional?
Yeah, we might as well push the IHSA to do it.
Let's talk to Clayton right after this and see how that goes. Although Redbird Arena, or SEFCU, as I had to say all last night, which wasn't ready for that one. Redbird Arena is fine. Great place to go. We know all about it, and one step farther would be nice too. Congratulations,
man. Man, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Andy Douglas out there. In here, Wellman, Pettit, and Longo. We'll take our break for our coaches' comments, which is brought to you by Cunis Honda, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. When we come up, we'll wrap up the Hardy's postgame show right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Cunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
There we go. And, of course, that's Coach's comments brought to you by Cunis Honda Hyundai. And Coach Pettit's trying to move me up to an Escalade here.
Oh, nice.
And, by the way, Michael Murphy, give me a guess online to how many miles you think. It is more than last year. Last year I was around 9,000 miles, but we did not have the magnets. We did not have the more road games. We had a lot of road games.
Oh, yeah.
But I can tell you, I'm blowing that one away. I'm now looking at how Terry Bauer not your Terry Bauer, biked 12,500 miles a year on a bicycle, you know, when in 4 months it takes me that long to drive the car. So, by the way, our coach's player of the game, the player of the game, the Mecca Sports Co. player of the game, could have did it while Coach was here. And Coach Longo, Pettit and I are going to go ahead and say, hey, thanks for showing up. Let you pick the player of the game.
Well, I told you off there, remember that. I honestly, and not taking anything away from the players, don't get me wrong, but I think Andy's coaching job tonight is what got them this win because he had them so prepared. Like he said, their coaches watched everything. I'm just watching him grab his wife right here. So
well, and when they did do that, they couldn't find stats out of normal, so they went and watched every game and kept their own stats.
And that's what coaching is about, is preparing your team for every situation that could come up. And Andy and his entire staff does that.
It was a blast. I'll tell you what, we're going to have some more fun here. Coach Pettit and I will be up there, and I'm sure You'll drive up maybe on Monday and sit in the stands?
Already got a group of boys coming.
Look at that. He's got them going out there. All right, Coach Longo will give you a chance to do your last thoughts before I go to Coach Pettit for his.
I'm so happy for Andy. I'm so happy for the Blue Devils, but I'm happy for the school of Quincy High School as well as the community. This team has really grabbed the community like the Notre Dame girls at the state tournament. Every time you make a run like that, the community just gathers around you, having been involved with that, and it's cool. And if you watch the game tonight, get in your car, drive up to Bloomington, and watch the game in person. If not, then stay here and watch it on Mecca Sports. But come up and support these guys, and then get through that to Monday night, and then we'll see what happens. And then I hope it's the sea of blue in normal Bloomington, and then hopefully after that. But we got one more game.
And then, of course, there's Assembly Hall as well. So
Bloomington, then Champaign.
That's all right there.
And Coach Pettit, they get closer to you. Your rides aren't as long. You're going to be in Bloomington on Monday. So
no ifs, ands, or buts. That makes me happy.
Coach Pettit, your thoughts on this one?
Well, great job, clamping it down defensively, especially in the overtime.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They came out and, what was the final score of the overtime?
Overtime, well, we were 48-48, so we outscored them 13-6.
Yeah.
In the overtime.
I mean, defensively, in the overtime, getting the deflections and getting down for the easy looks, on the offensive end. I thought that was the difference of the game tonight. You got a little sloppy at the end of the fourth. You know what I mean? With, your passes and, making, getting good shots, or layups and free throws. That's what you want to do when you're up in the fourth. We didn't do that, but, in the overtime, they came back and did a very good job of taking care of the basketball.
Yes, they did.
And, of course, we thank all those fans who made the trip, all that listened. By the way, if you were watching, if you got a big 75-inch TV like Coach Pettit, sometimes you remember filming your kids with the camera and how you thought you were so steady, and yet when you went back to watch it years later, it was hopping a little bit, but it doesn't. Our screen looked great. So if you had problems out there, our apologies. But everything looked good here, and we'll go back and watch it ourselves.
And you got to fire the the camera dude. He wasn't very good.
Well, Jakai would like to come down, I'm sure, and do that. But, we had a good shot in the court. Coach, I thought you did a good job there. And really it was all about the Blue Devils.
Not at all.
And they did. And, by the way, when you do on Monday, check in on Mecca Sports Co. We are audio only from here out.
Right.
Yep.
Super sectionals are taken by the National Federation of High School Sport cameras. So we'll be audio, which for an old radio guy, I've said it many times, I like it because I've always been a radio guy. And you don't have to worry about sometimes. We're getting ours synced close, but it's so many. People tried to watch last night, and they said, Bruner said, I listened to your pregame. When the game started, I watched. Problem is, you're 5 seconds or more ahead of the action on TV.
That's what my wife said.
Yep, so that's because we know what's going on, and we've got the script already.
Right.
So, anyway, Coach Longo, thanks for joining us out here.
Thanks for having me. I did not plan on staying. You said come up, so I said hi, but you invited me, and the guy's not going to turn that down. Plus, it's a better view.
Threw the headphones on you. There, let you go.
Well, Coach Pettit, that happened the first semester. I asked him for one game, and 8 games later, I had to kick him to Florida.
and that didn't bother me either. Well, thank you, guys. And we'll be up there Monday night.
All right, and that's Coach Longo up there. And, of course, Coach Pettit, his last comments, my last comment.
Stop by and say hi for sure.
The final score here is my last comment as the Quincy High Blue Devils win the sectional final here. Move on to the Super Sectionals against Bennett Academy?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought somebody did say Bennett Academy. I'm going to say Bennett
Did
Academy.
They win?
So thank you as I close out there. Thank you, Brock and Emma, over there on the other side.
Grove North.
44-32.
There you are. Thank you, Coach. 44-32. So with that close out here, the Blue Devils, sectional champions. Your final score, the Quincy High Blue Devils in overtime, 61. Normal University, Ironmen, 54. And this has been Blue Devil Basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com. Good night, everyone.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.